What did you just say?
Why are you chewing gum, Dad? Is it because your breath stinks?
No, my breath doesn't stink. And Mom said my shirt's too tight. And what do you think of Mom's hat?
I love it.
What? I want you guys to come on the podcast.
No, because you have to do your own work. And you're not going to be a baby. And you're going to do your own work by yourself. And we're not going to do it for you.
All right, I understand that. But can you come on for 5 minutes, Jaz?
No.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to spend some time with my mother. And she's not going to listen to you. She's going to listen to me. And she's going to make bracelets with me.
What do you think of my shirt? Do you think it's too tight, like Mom said?
It's ugly.
Why do you think it's ugly? What don't you like about it?
I don't like that.
I want to give a quick shout out, congratulations to my daughter and my stepson Tristan, who took first place and second place in the Bring Anything But a Book Bag Day. School backpack, Bring Anything But a Backpack Day. Delilah brought in a bird cage, which we had to sanitize at 6 o'clock this morning because our neighbor gave us a bird cage that was not clean. So we probably caused some type of new avian flu in the school, but at least my daughter got second place. And then my stepson brought his books in a wheelbarrow, like a farmer, and he got first place. And then I had to get it from the first floor of the school because they wouldn't allow them to take them up and down the stairs. The office. I'm sorry, Delilah.
Yeah, I know my school better than you.
You haven't been on the podcast. What do you think of Daddy doing the podcast from home again? Do you like that?
You're too loud. With your big mouth.
You think I have a big
Your
mouth?
podcast should be called Big Mouth Chris.
BMC?
Yes.
We should actually change the name to Big Mouth Chris. Who do you like better, Homeless Pimp or Vito and John?
Homeless Pimp. No one here bought me butterflies, but Homeless Pimp did.
That next week they're gonna come in with caterpillars.
Yes, you have to, because 2 days ago was my birthday, and now I'm 9 years old.
Okay, congratulations.
She is 9 years old. Jaz, just please. All right, how about this?
I just want to make fun of my hat.
Jaz, I don't want to make fun of your hat. Just for continuity and just for the video aspect, you don't have to come on, but just sit in the chair just so we can, just for the thumbnail. Everything in YouTube is about the thumbnail. Just sit here for 30 seconds. That's all we need. Jaz, I'm serious. That's all.
Delilah, what should I do?
Jaz,
You should spend time with me because you never get to spend time with me.
Well, I do spend time with you.
Jaz, please, just for the thumbnail. That's all we need. I'm being dead serious. Like that would help us so much. Help the show grow.
Mom, do you really want Dad to make fun
Do we
of
not
you?
need for the thumbnail, right?
100%. We do.
I just need you to sit there.
We're struggling.
You guys would lie to me.
We're struggling.
Yeah. Please, Jaz, please. And then
If
come on.
you guys were struggling, you'd be falling off your chair and breaking the laptop, and you would be knocking down all the cameras and microphones, and you wouldn't even be here because you wouldn't know where to go.
Right, exactly. Just quick, sit. It's her shot, right? We got it lined up.
Yeah.
Just sit there and then go on and play. Go on and play.
My mom's not gonna play; she's gonna make bracelets with me
Right.
because we're making
Okay.
bracelets to
Here,
sell
sit
them
down
for
and
$50.
and then put the mic. And then John, you got it. Zoom in on the hat. 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 Zoom in on that. Zoom in on the hat. That's all we wanted. The stupid ass hat.
You're a hater. Look at you.
What?
There's a hole in your shirt.
What are you talking about? Coachella. You look like the Puerto Rican Indiana Jones.
Can I show them the hole?
Yeah. No. We could see the hole.
See the hole.
No,
Coachella. When you yeah.
What else you got? Come on.
Why you look like you're wearing pajamas? Why you dressed like you're going to see Aladdin?
You messed up.
Why am I messed
You
up?
messed up.
No, Jaz,
Because the only time you want me around is when you want to make fun of me. How about showing me some love at some point?
I do. I love you, and I think you're beautiful, and I think you're a wonderful girlfriend and a wonderful mother, and I love what you've done with the place.
All right, you're disgusting.
No. I'm serious. No, Jaz, sit down.
No, you
sit
said
down.
30 seconds.
No, because
Come on.
because this house, we are in a beautiful house now. You know, because the last apartment we were in, you were wearing that hat, not because it was Coachella, because it was Roachella. There were roaches everywhere. And John's moving up on you because you're Latina. John has another Venezuelan girlfriend now who kind of speaks better English. Good English. Good English. Muy bien inglés. What do you just tell me what you and our daughter are going to do today while I'm in here doing the podcast, working for this family.
I have the chancla ready. Don't dare say.
Ooh, what you got?
A chancla? Hey, let's tap into the white side.
All right. Can I go now?
Yes,
Why
you
did
can.
we literally came here
I
to
didn't
set
ask you
up to
to.
talk to you on the pod and go in and, kind of
I didn't ask
speak
you
about
to.
things. So you know what we have to do? We're going to do this again in another episode, and we'll do it when the kids are in school, because I have some real things that I need to say to you.
Go ahead, say it. Say it.
No, I don't want to. Are you zooming in on the hat? Yeah.
What do you want to say?
What?
What do you want to say?
I want to say that I really love our life here. I really do.
Did you just say
I do too,
something about
actually.
that?
No, I didn't say anything about her hat.
Just the same
How
jokes.
have you been liking and adjusting to this new
No, I really
home?
do love it here. On Staten Island, we were like isolated. It was beautiful, but
Right.
very lonely.
What do you think something the fans here of the Chrissy Chaos Show should know about me that they don't know about me? What should they know?
There's nothing, because you share everything. Every single aspect of our life you share. So
I wanna
there's
give a-
really nothing to share now.
I want to give a quick congratulations as well to Jasmine. She's on her final week of Invisalign.
Why do you need to say something? They can hear it. I'm like slurring
Why
my
do you need to
words.
say something? You sound like you're from Spain. What are we going to have for dinner tonight?
Cook your own meal.
No, seriously. I want...
Come on, Mom.
Jaz, why are you walking away like that? Don't throw that. Can you come back on in the pot in a few minutes?
I really don't want to.
But why, Jaz? Like, this is the whole point.
Because you're mean to me.
How am I mean to you? I just said that I love... See, my daughter just fell off camera. That's what happens.
You're gonna make fun of me 'cause I got them right here.
Yeah. Jaz, how am I mean? Do you really feel that way?
Yes.
Why, though? What did I do? Because I'm joking around with your hat? I love your hat. Let me wear your hat.
Yeah, every time you share about me, it's something to make fun of me. Now you're embarrassed. You don't know what to say.
I'm not embarrassed. I just honestly, I want to take your spin class. I do.
Just to make fun of right? Yeah.
All right, well, that didn't go well. But this is the Chrissy Chaos Show. It'll be fine. She'll come back in. We'll settle down, you know? What's whack, Jaz? Jaz, can you say... Hold on. I want to be serious with you for a second. I'm not making fun of you. Like, this is how I show love, and I don't understand why you think it's being... I don't understand why you're taking it the wrong way. My daughter wiped out over there. She went to go throw a sandal at me and then fucking completely wiped out. Well, so we're here. We're back at... So we've had multiple iterations of the Chris... hello? Yes.
For the record, when I fell, I was being Jessica Pierce.
Jessica Pearson. Pearson. No, Jaz. And then I'm mean to you. Meanwhile, I bought you breakfast. I always want to do things with you. Tomorrow we're doing hot yoga. We're playing tennis. We're doing all these things. And you think that I'm being mean to you. Why? Because I made a silly joke about your hat? You told me my shirt was too tight and it was ripped.
And you also laughed that I fell.
I didn't laugh. I didn't laugh that you fell.
When was the last
Well, I was
time
being
you
Jessica
shared or
Pierce.
posted anything nice about me? Guys, when was the last time?
On the podcast? On a weekly
Podcast,
basis,
Instagram, any social media. When was the last time you
On a
posted
weekly-
something
Never.
nice about me?
Never.
On a weekly basis, I talk about the strength that you bring to this family. I do. I literally do. I really, really do.
I watch your
The
podcast every day, and I do not hear any of it.
You're not allowed to listen to my podcast. No. I talk about us every day. Every week on the podcast, I bring up your strength and how you gave me a good piece of advice on something in life. And John and Vito can attest to that.
They don't know what to say right now. They feel very awkward.
No.
Caught in the middle of this.
He compliments you all the time.
Yeah. They don't feel awkward. They're not wearing sombreros.
All right, come on, baby.
All right. I'll see you guys in a few minutes, okay?
No, you're not going to see us in a few minutes.
Why?
See us in like 5 hours. Bye.
Bye. Oh, wait. Hold on. Are you guys, Delilah and Jaz, what about the cruise? I just want to talk quickly about the cruise. We're going on a cruise. We're leaving Thursday to fly to Miami. We're going on the boat. Jasmine does not want to go on the cruise. I just want to get your reasons for why you don't want to go on the cruise. And hold on. What are the chances that you actually do go on this cruise?
I'm not going on the cruise.
So Delilah, how do you feel about that?
I feel sad because because he always makes calls and does work. And probably the whole time we're there, he's going to be in our room calling people.
Wait, so you're going without me?
Oh, are we going on the cruise without me?
I'm just saying, I'm going to be sad that you're not there, but I'm still going.
Oh.
Wow. You're going to go. Jazz, honestly, you're going to go.
I don't want to go.
I'll
It's
bring
gonna be.
your hat.
Why are you not going to want to go?
It's gonna be a shit show.
I know it is, but it'll be
don't
fun,
wanna
and we have our own room. It'll be fun. Seriously.
Dad said you and
What if we get like stuck out there?
We're not going to get stuck out there. We're not going to get stuck out there. I promise you we're not. And
One
if-
of your friends is gonna fall off the boat. 100%.
So that's them. So that's them. That's what's going to happen.
there's probably
What are you going to do if a big gust of wind comes and your hat blows off the side of the boat?
Like in Puerto Rico.
Yes. In Puerto Rico, we went to this place, El Moro, like the fort, and she was wearing a hat like that. And there are signs everywhere like, hold on to your hat. And she walks right out for a picture, and her hat blew right off into the Atlantic Ocean. Hit a seagull.
I don't blame you for not wanting to go on a cruise.
Vito doesn't want to go on a cruise.
There's no part of me that I don't know why I said yes to this.
What about Vito? But when you were
Yeah,
fat,
why-
when Vito used to be like 350 pounds. When you were fat, did you want to go on a cruise? Because I feel like when you're on a cruise, it speaks to fat people.
When you're fat, it's great. There's like food everywhere.
Right.
Like there's food everywhere.
I don't like that.
But
I don't
Vito-
want that.
4-hour buffets, Johnny Rockets.
That's why you want to go.
But this hotel, this cruise has a gym, a sauna. They have like state of the art. It's the Royal Caribbean of the Seas shit.
Yeah, but you're
I
gonna need a
don't.
walrus tank.
I don't want
I
to
know.
be stuck
We
on
are.
a boat for 4 days. Like I don't.
But what? But we're flying to Miami. We're staying in an airport. We're staying in a Miami airport hotel.
Well, Delilah, what if me and you just stay in Miami?
What?
I like that. but
No.
I've never been on a cruise before.
No.
And I'm also scared. Dad said there's going to be 3,000 people on it. And if that sinks, I am not going to be able to
3,000
save
people.
myself.
It's like a Chris Distefano comedy show.
So actually, yes, Mom. Me and you can stay in Miami.
Are you seriously considering not going and staying here with our other two children and letting me and Violet just go? Me and Delilah?
No, you're taking the children.
So you want me to go on that boat with
With
all
all
the kids
three.
without you?
Yeah.
We can all go, and me and Mom can stay in Miami.
I seriously, Jaz, here's what I need you to do. I want you to just, if you can, because I really don't have the time, because I have podcast today, podcast tomorrow, just
I'm not packing for you. I'm
just
not your mom.
quickly-
Call your mom. I'm
just
not packing
quickly-
for you.
Quickly pack for me. That's all I'm asking you.
I'm gonna have Violet pack for you.
All right, so then let me. I've been wanting to do that. I've been saying that's a bit I want to do. I want Delilah and Violet, my daughters, to pack a bag for me, and then I have to go on the week, like do a road weekend.
Because he doesn't want to pack.
Yeah, just because I don't want
Yeah.
to pack.
He'll let
Why don't you
anybody
just
else pack.
Throw a whole bunch of bathing suits in your hat, and I'll just wear that. I'll just wear it on like that. I like
Are
that.
we done?
Flies off.
You'll like the cruise. Kids,
Can you throw it to
cruises
me and let me
are
put it
fun
on?
for kids.
Can I put on the hat?
Disney princesses.
Just throw it to me.
All right.
Disney princesses.
You really don't want to go, Jaz? You really don't want to go?
Is that gonna make noise?
I want to go on it.
You'll like it.
I'm gonna knock something over.
No, you're not.
Mom, please, no.
Free ice cream. There's a kids club.
Yeah, there's a kids club. We're gonna have a good time.
You look like.
No, go on. Now you're gonna be mean to me. Now she's gonna be mean to me.
No, I'm trying to think of what the hell you look like.
No, see? What do you think of this hat, Delilah?
Why am I thinking like priest and Freddy Krueger?
You look like a Dalmatian dog.
Like, was there a priest in one of the Freddy Krueger movies? What?
No, but Freddy Krueger wore a hat.
Oh, so it's Freddy Krueger.
Chrissy Krueger?
You kind of look like him.
Freddy Krueger?
A little bit.
Nightmares.
You are my nightmare.
Oh, really? You're welcome.
Don't do all this.
You're welcome.
Don't
for all
even.
I would do that. Like we were living in like this one bedroom apartment. We get into arguments. I'd be like, "You're welcome for all this." And we have, yes.
You can go like this to make mommy quiet.
Oh yeah, in the car. Yeah, we could go like that, and she'll stop, and her volume
Excuse
will go
me?
down.
To the next thing. Oh, that's the next.
Swipe to the swipe.
That's what people do with your special.
What?
I'm not talking to you.
Swipe on my special? It's on Netflix.
Bye.
You can't swipe. Stupid. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you can. You just press
Here,
the
Jaz,
arrow
can
button
you put some
on the
Jaz?
remote.
Can you put some guacamole in the hat and bring it back out for us?
Just leave it there now.
Oh, it's from Kittenish. Kittenish. All right, you'll come back on in a few minutes.
No.
All right, Jaz. I'm sorry. I don't know why you think I'm mean to you. Like I love
she
you.
doesn't.
She's kidding, right?
God, we'll talk about it in therapy. Get over it.
Shout out Betty. All right, bye, girls.
Bye.
Have fun.
Bracelet, and I'm gonna make you one, and then I'm gonna cut it in half right in front of you.
Oh my
Did you hear that? She said she's going to make me a bracelet and cut it in half right front. What? This hat? Fuck out of here.
Wow.
Oh, she dropped it.
That's because of the way you angled it when you threw it.
Delilah, did you have fun on the podcast?
What?
Did you have fun? Do you love your daddy, Delilah?
Yes.
Aw, I love you too.
But I like Bobby more.
Just,
I still love you.
thank you. I love you too. I feel like I just catch so many strays.
Favorite parent, sorry.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
without her, I wouldn't be alive.
Without me, you wouldn't be alive either.
You guys know that.
You needed my goo. Goo. So Mike Cannon's not here. Mike Cannon's editing a special with a broken hand.
How'd you think that went so far?
So far, I would say she's angry.
Did you ask if we could do this?
Here's what happened is we had a plan to come in, do a Chrissy Chaos episode, kind of vintage style from the house. We came in and I had this whole plan. I coordinated with Vito and John. We did this whole thing. And then I forgot to tell Jasmine that it was today. And then I told her like an hour ago. And she's furious that the house isn't clean and that there's shit everywhere. And she's like, you need to apologize to Vito and John for like this house. Like, that's just how women are. She like thinks it's like so bad. And like, she doesn't understand, like, none of us care. Vito and John don't care.
No, it's like when you had to pee at my apartment.
Yeah.
And my wife was mortified.
Yeah. And I didn't know. I was like, oh, you have a clean bathroom.
Yeah, she was like, you were like, this is a really nice apartment. You were like, do they have 2 bedrooms here?
Yes.
And you were asking me a bunch of questions about it, and she was like,
Dying inside.
well, one, you have to remember, you're a famous person.
Right.
So in her head,
Not really, but yeah.
in her head, she had
Yeah.
she had a celebrity in her home uncleaned.
Right. I mean, what was I going to do? Like, fucking go on Access Hollywood with Mario Lopez and be like, I just went in this disgusting apartment. But I think what we should do now that they're in the backyard is at some point, maybe on the Patreon, I'll give you a tour of the dirty house at patreon.com/ChristyComedy. You got to pay for that because
Yeah.
I'm going to have to pay for that.
And
Should we do that and just walk around?
But like, I don't want to get hit.
But I mean, we'll do it at the end where, like, if you get thrown out, we have the content we need anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, we'll do that. But I think this house where we are, we're renting a house. It's nice. It's in Queens. A woman owned it. She left some of her nice china here. It's got a nice fireplace. I think it's like, the Staten Island house was, much nicer. I think that, not much nicer. It was just bigger. It was in but what I like about this house is like this house is really nice and it's cozy and I can walk to stuff. I keep going to this Greek food truck. Dude, what is it about putting your food on a truck that just makes it taste so much better? It's like, if it was just a restaurant, I would have went once or twice and be like, oh, it's good. It's definitely good. But the fact that it comes out of the truck is just, I love it. I don't know if it's because of like the presentation, if something changes mentally, or I'm like, I don't know. But these food trucks, what do you think it is? What do you think it is about a Greek food truck?
It's authentic.
Well, it's authentic, but what is it about like the truck? Like, do you like food from a truck better than from a restaurant?
I think it's like a everyman's food. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like working man, blue collar, getting your food from the greasy truck, from the guys who don't speak English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just know that it's fresh because it's got to be fresh every day on that truck, right?
But it also depends on the food you're getting from a truck. Like, there was, outside of Sirius, there was a wood fire pizza truck. And that's something I was like, pizza out of a truck just seems too far.
And was it good though?
I never had it because it just seemed like a pizza can't be made on a truck. But like Greek food, a gyro or something, or in a store.
I say gyro. Is that
say
gay?
gyro?
Is that wag? Is that Robert?
Yo, wait, you know what? We got to talk about the politician who started using weak and gay.
Oh yeah. Do we have?
I can pull it up on my iPad.
Yeah. We have a politician that we posted that is calling. What was she calling? Like every other district, but hers weak and gay.
She was saying just you don't want to be weak and gay.
Right. Do you think she listened to the pod?
I don't know, man. It's pretty suspicious.
She's
She
whack.
looked maybe Hispanic.
She doesn't follow you. I did check. She doesn't
Damn.
follow you.
All right. I like calling people Roberts anyway. Roberts is funny. But what was I saying? Food trucks. Oh, the food truck outside Sirius XM in Midtown Manhattan on like 6th Avenue and like 48th Street. That Taste of Pueblo. You ever have that one? Yo, Taste of Pueblo has catered multiple of my daughter's birthdays. But they gave me once I got like an egg and chorizo wrap. Bro, it was bonkers. That food is banging. Like, I will go out of my way just to go hit that food truck. I'm sure a lot of people do that, right? It's not just for the employees outside that Sirius XM building. People are traveling to go to those food trucks.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think Taste of Pueblo has a few. I think they're a chain, right? Like, it's not just the one truck.
Oh, I thought it was just the one guy. They
I
might
don't
have
know.
multiple trucks.
That's what I'm saying. There's probably multiple trucks. But yeah, I mean, one, you got to remember, that's Midtown. So people walk all over for like specific trucks.
Right.
There's only so much food in Midtown, and it's mostly like salad lunch places. So those food trucks do pretty well.
Do you miss Midtown, working there?
Okay, so if I had to rank, like, we did the show in Soho. I used to work in Midtown. Now we have the studio at Slam. I guess this is in the mix. And then
Right.
I have City Field. I would say Midtown is definitely top because it was easy to get to from my apartment. And there was a lot of places to go to lunch after.
Right.
If I wanted to go somewhere after, it was usually pretty central.
Right.
Number two, I do like Slam because it's close to my apartment.
Yes. And by the way, even though we're not coming to you live from Slam Magazine headquarters, you might still get slammed on this podcast. It's possible. You can get slammed without being in Slam. I feel like I got slammed by Jasmine.
You did.
I got slammed for the first 5 minutes, being told that I make fun of her. And I want to remind her, keep talking shit. Keep talking shit to me and watch what happens.
Does she cut better on you than anybody else?
Well, she says the things, yes, because she says the things that I'm actually uncomfortable with. Like, she knows me very well, so she'll say something. Now, like, sometimes people will get at me, and I'm like, if you knew me, you would know that I don't care about that at all. Like, that's not a real diss. But Jaz will hit me with, like, the things like, she'll say, like, really, like, painful things where it'll be like, she'll be like, oh, well, I'll be like, what if I left you? What if I left you for another woman? She's like, the only person you'd probably ever leave me for is your phone, because you spend more time on your phone than you do with your family. And then we'll just walk away with her butt like that, with her fucking ponytail, which is too short, just wiggling like that.
I mean, swipe on your special was pretty.
Swipe on my special is a nice burn.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll just say things like, you had just pressed record, and she goes, your shirt's too tight.
Right, saying your shirt's too tight right before you started recording. I know that definitely messed with you.
That messed with me because I was like, now I'm doing the pod like this.
Well, you already have us putting the tripods up as high as they possibly can go.
Yes.
Because of your insecurity. So when she said that, I was like, oh, this is not going to be.
Fucked. Yeah, now I want to like wrap a blanket around my tits.
But I want you to know I feel bad because right before we started, I wanted to tell you actually look jacked in that shirt.
Yeah, and then and that's what I want. That's what I'm saying. You bring me up, and then I get brought down. And this is why. I thought
it was giving you a nice V shape, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I did too. But
and then Delilah said that shirt was really ugly. And one note is that Chris's face is just on the back of the shirt.
Yeah. She did say when we were walking home from school, she was like, "Ooh, who's on the back of your shirt?" And I was like, it's me. So what do you think? Do you think that getting to this location, how much more time do you add?
Not much. I mean, it's like, look, John lived like 10 minutes from, but like he couldn't drive to Slam because there was no parking over there. Here we just pulled up right outside. We brought everything in pretty easy, pretty quick.
This is our equipment too, right?
This is our stuff.
You just set it up at Slam.
We are borrowing the mic stands from them, but like we have we have mics that you could have just held and used, but I just figured you didn't want to hold the mics.
Well, no, but so my point is, it's like this equipment is like it's pretty easy to just set up here.
Yeah.
Would it take 20 minutes, maybe?
It was probably a quicker setup than Slam because, like, obviously, look, if you're watching this episode and wondering why the light's a little off, is because we didn't, there's no lighting. We didn't bring a full lighting setup. The sound I'm playing with, like I'm monitoring the levels. I'm like switching up a lot. This is definitely a learning episode for everybody.
Yes, we're in the learning curve. We're in the learning lab.
But leave comments. Like, tell us if you like this new format, you know?
Yeah, because at some point, I'm sure a family will come in. Somebody will come into the house, you know. The plumber's been here every other day because, dude, no matter what happens, I don't know why, 3 different plumbers have come in here, and they cannot figure out why my sink in my basement just keeps clogging. They're like, we do not know why this constantly keeps clogging. No one can figure it out. And I think I'm going to eventually come around to telling them the reason why it keeps clogging is I keep shitting in the sink downstairs.
This is the whole reason you left Staten Island, though.
Yeah. Yeah, so that dude, I'm telling you, one of the things about renting, I know that there's a stigma, some people say, which I think, by the way, is the stigma about renting is less and less because of just how outrageous prices are and how outrageous mortgage rates are. I think renting is fine. You know, like rent, I'm big on renting as long as the money that you have saved for the down payment you have invested and that money's getting interest, then fine. Just don't spend that money. Rent all day, in my opinion, whatever. But the fact that like anything that breaks, anything that goes wrong, it is my problem that I have to live with it, but I don't pay for it. I call the landlord and they do it. That doesn't make me feel like a Robert at all. I feel actually like, dude, because, you know, for me, like, you know, I haven't really been on the road too much. I'm trying to write new material, which, dude, my new material, I have a couple of bits that are working, but the way I've been bombing, you can't even, like, you have to come see my show to see how bad this new material is going and how I just give up halfway through all of the bits. I need you to come check it out. And, but, you know, I feel good because, you know, I haven't been making, you know, money, you know, like, you know, because I'm not going on the road. So it's like kind of like not working. But when you only have to come up, like the rent, the most amount of money you'll have to pay at any given month, you know, for the rent is whatever the rent is. You don't pay any more other than like your cable bill or whatever. Where mortgage is like, that's the least amount of money you're going to pay. You're going to pay per month because it's always the mortgage plus all these other expenses. So I feel good that, you know, I feel like secure. What do we got?
All right, so this is Valentina Gomez.
Okay.
She's
Am I allowed to look at her? Well, Jaz is in the backyard. Oh, look at Vito. Zoom in on Vito's butt.
I'm not even in.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I'm on the wide. So this is Valentina. This is Valentina Gomez. So she's the person running for Senate.
Okay.
So
you're right.
A bunch of people got mad at her for saying weak and gay.
Right.
And this is her
Response. Here we go. This is her. Should I play it for the camera?
No, you can look at it and we'll add it in later.
Okay. This is her. This is Valentina Gomez's response.
It's 6 a.m. and I'm doing the 15-mile run from St. Louis City to Creveport, Missouri, without the hundreds of preachers that wanted to join me because they pissed off a bunch of weak and gay people that always find a way to mess things up. So fuck you and watch me become Missouri's 41st Secretary of State. Let's get it. Made it to Creveport, Missouri. 15 miles in. I told you I would get it done. No excuses for me. See you on August 6th.
Wow. Oh, she's fucking hot. Oh my God. She's awesome. I love her.
You got to be careful.
Dude, I have to be careful.
We're not at Slam.
I know, we're not at Slam. And the thing is, like, with a girl like this, is like, she's hot, and like, Jaz could be pissed, but I mean, she has an AK-47. Like, this woman will just kill everyone. She is, to run 15 miles is insane.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, when I was in the best shape of my life, the most I ever ran was 5.
I did, during the pandemic when I was running a lot, I did 10 one day, and that was the most I've ever done.
10 miles you did?
Yeah.
At like a good pace?
No, I just did distance, so I could probably pull it up on the Nike running app and see what it was. But I think it was probably like 10-minute mile pace.
And so you don't, and what do? You just like, don't you feel like your lungs fill up?
I would just go for distance and I wouldn't go for speed. So like during the pandemic when the gym shut down, I just only ran every day. So I'd like run to Sirius and I would do 5 miles to Sirius and 5 miles back.
So you wouldn't, so you didn't do 10 miles
No,
in
and
a row?
then one day I just went out for a run and I went out for a normal 5K and then I just kept, and then the way I would run is I would run forward and I would be like, I have to go, I have to come back. So I would like push myself on that way there. And then whatever I had to do on the way back, like it would obviously be doubled. So there was one day where I was just going and I felt good and it ended up being 10 miles.
Wow. John, what's the most you ever ran?
He was a distance runner.
Yeah, I did track in high school, so probably like I did a half marathon one time. So
So what's that? 13 miles. Were you at the end, like just no energy?
It was sucked because I shot out quick, and then like last like stretch, like 3 miles, like 70-year-old women were passing me left and right. It was hard. It was
Yeah.
really hard,
Yeah. I
Turn the camera on yourself, and we'll just keep the wide on this.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Dude, I was at the Comedy Cellar yesterday. Shane was there, Louis was there, and then Kumail Nanjiani was there.
Dude, you struggle with his name.
Kumail Nanjiani.
No.
Kumail
Kumail.
Nanjiani.
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 Kumail Nanjiani, right?
Kumail. Big Kumail. First of all, his material is great. I was dying laughing in the back, but he is so jacked. Like I said, what's up to him? And he was like, oh, hey, how are you? And like, gave him like a pound and like, just like, like that half hug, and his arm, it was like solid steel.
His jaw is incredible. Doesn't he have like a beautiful jawline?
A beautiful jaw. And it's what's crazy is the very first time I went and did an open mic, it was called, I think, like Evil Mike and Lewis's open mic. It was at this place, Parkside, on Houston Street in the city. It was like 2009, 2010. I went in there with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and we go in, and, it was like my very first open mic ever. Like, I'd been writing jokes for months, but like didn't know if any of this was going to work. Like I was so nervous, like couldn't sleep the night before, like this whole big thing. She comes in, like she goes out to the bar. She was just like there supporting me. She goes out to the bar, comes back with 2 full pitchers of beer, like 2 full fucking, she was like just a Long Island girl, just 2 full pitchers of beer. She's like, And then, so we start drinking. I'm getting like legitimately hammered in the back. And then Kumail comes in, who wasn't famous at all yet, and just like annihilated, like you can't imagine, like in an open mic, like just was so beyond funny, but not jacked at all, like not even remotely in shape, like nothing. It wasn't a part of his life.
He didn't get jacked until after Silicon Valley.
So Silicon Valley wasn't jacked either.
No, maybe towards the end, but it wasn't until he got the Marvel movie when he got like totally yoked.
Does he juice a little bit? Do we know if he juices or on testosterone?
You have to assume he does.
to?
There's no
Everybody
way.
in Hollywood
There's no
does.
way he's not on TRT or something.
But I mean, he's got to be healthy though.
You can be healthy and be on steroids.
I'm saying he's got to eat right and get his protein
For sure.
in and
No,
do all
for
that.
sure.
Yeah.
But there's no way. It's not like he was like a 20-year-old getting into shape. He was like a full adult. Like he was like he's older than you, or you're the same age.
I think he's older. Let me look it up. I'm almost positive he's older than me. How old is he, John?
I don't know how to spell
How
his
old is he?
name. 46.
So he's 6 years older than you.
6 years older than me?
7.
Oh God. How old is he?
46.
46. It's a
You're
good
still
age.
39, right?
It's a great age. Yeah, 46. So I felt like when I was watching, I was like, wow, I want to be jacked like that. And I do think I'm getting close to the point now where I'm good. Here's what's happening. Next week, this guy, Dr. Peter Attia, who I follow, who's one of the smartest guys about
Zero?
health and fit. Yes, Zero Fitness app, but he's also wrote a book, Outlive. Dr. Peter Attia is awesome. Dream guest. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said basically that like cholesterol and like blood pressure and things like that are important, but the number one indicator of lifespan, the number one above all the things, is your VO2 max. If you have a high VO2 max, that's how they test it with like those, I don't know like what it is technically, but like when they put on like those Air Force masks and have you run, that's testing your VO2 max. They said that when you test if your VO2 max is at a certain number, I don't know what it is, that is the greatest indicator of lifespan, more than cholesterol, blood pressure. Like if you can have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, but if your VO2 max is high, you're good to go. So I'm going next week to get my VO2 max tested. I'm going to like New York City Pro Labs. And if my VO2 max isn't where it needs to be, I'm going to start taking steroids to get my VO2 max there.
Bro, I remember over the winter, because we're in summer now, but you like told me you were going to get like a glucose monitor.
Yeah, and I never did it.
You just get into this this is like Chrissy habits. Like this
Chrissy habit. Yeah, I get into shit and then I fall out hard.
Sometimes you're about to get into a habit and then you find out about something else and then you don't even get into that habit and you're already distracted.
But is that a good way to live or a bad way to live?
I mean, it's just you have an addictive personality for sure, right?
I do, yeah. And that's the thing, but that's why every therapist I've ever went to has, I've talked about my problems with them and they've told me, what the greatest thing about your life is you've never turned to drugs or alcohol. They're like, multiple therapists said, if you turn to drugs or alcohol to deal with your stress, you would be dead or in jail. 100%.
Oh, you would have been a nightmare on coke.
A nightmare.
Like I don't even want to know what your life would be like if you even did, because you've never even done a bump, right?
Nothing. The most I've had is I've had 4 iced black coffees back to back.
Dude, one night of cocaine would be intolerable, and like it would destroy your life.
Do you think you'll do coke at least one more time in your life?
No, I'm done.
You'll really?
I'm done.
What if the Mets win the World Series?
I'm done. I'm never doing it again.
You just can't.
I cannot. That was a college phase.
Right.
Into after college.
I know I was saying this last year, but I'm really like back in now. I really this summer want to do ayahuasca. I really want to do ayahuasca. I just want to open the third eye. John's saying no?
You can't even handle weed, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be insane.
But you do ayahuasca with a shaman.
Yeah,
What?
Mike knows weed pretty well, and you couldn't handle that shit, dude. We had to stop.
And
We literally had to
not even a lot of weed. That was like a little bit of weed, and you had like a borderline panic attack. And
Yeah.
So, but like
Borderline?
Have you had mushrooms?
Yeah, but I've had them like the recreational ones.
Yeah, but have you like tripped? Like,
I don't think so.
then you might want to try that before you go to ayahuasca.
Dude, I really think, and this is like a thing like I have no evidence of, but I really think like all these like weed shop, I think you can overdose on weed and psychedelics, and people say
Yeah.
you can't, but I think that it's like breaking. I think that people are losing their minds.
It's
Am I
called-
wrong?
Yeah, it's greening out. It can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not like gonna die.
what
but,
happened
like,
to you.
Yeah. No.
but I mean, like,
out more,
Oh, you mean like when you have like a panic, like when your heart?
So that can happen, but it's really like you just vomit, like, and that it usually happens from edibles rather than smoking. Like, it's hard to get super high off smoking, but like with the dosage from an edible, you can like fall asleep for like 28 hours. Like,
Really?
yeah, I knew it happened to some kids in high school. Yeah,
They fell asleep for 28 hours?
yeah.
With Rumpelstiltskin?
Rip Van Winkle.
Oh, Rip Van Winkle. Sorry. Damn.
Yo, is that the vestibule that you said you like when you came home from the edible episode? Didn't you get like lost in that?
Yeah, and it's so little.
So you were just stuck in there for like how long?
I 45 minutes. I just couldn't get through.
You were in there for 45 minutes.
Yeah, when I was high. Yeah,
And you think you can handle ayahuasca?
but because it's with the shaman.
What is that? Yeah, but like if you're smoking with your friends or your close family, I mean, and you can't handle that, then like some.
Well, I think the proper
Guatemalan
way to do
guy.
ayahuasca is you go to like Peru.
Yeah.
You go with you have to like cleanse your body. A lot of times, like the weed is just like the weed was acting that way with me because I had eaten like too much pepperoni the night before.
I don't think you came to ayahuasca on your own. Who told you to do ayahuasca?
Aaron Rodgers. No, I don't know. I've just been reading about it. I think Cannon's done ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Oh no, Cannon did
100%.
DMT.
Okay.
John
I think
knows more
it-
about drugs than me.
It says it contains DMT. Ayahuasca. Yeah.
Well, the ancient people used to do it all the time. That's where they would see, dude. How do you think like Native Americans and all that saw all these spirits and all that? They were smoking peyote and doing ayahuasca. I want to be a Native American,
Is that the next culture you're going to start appropriating?
dude.
Are
I
you
want to
done
start
with being Puerto Rican?
I want to, dude. I know. Well, I mean, Puerto Ricans. They're kind of. Well, no, they're not Native Americans. Puerto Ricans came from Taino Indians. Do you know like how Puerto Ricans came to be?
No.
Spain, the island, country of Spain, came to the island of Puerto Rico, which was inhabited by the Taino Indians, and then they just took over Spain, and that's why like Puerto Rican people speak Spanish, but they're like native Indians. Like they're not. Like it's just Spain. Like if the United States would have conquered them, then they
Yeah.
would speak English.
No,
You
it's
know?
funny. It's funny you say that. I just had this conversation with the lady I'm talking to. She's from Venezuela, and
a new Hispanic lady.
Right.
I knew Hispanic.
And I asked her, like, and I was like, I know this is gonna be weird, but I've never asked anybody this. And I was like, sometimes I'll be like taking the 7 train, and I'll like see a dude on the escalator going up from the R to the 7, and I'm like, he looks like he's straight up from the Amazon rainforest, like.
Yeah.
And then she was like, yeah. There, and then I forget the name she told me, but like, they like basically are like, yeah, they're always making like fucking cocaine in the jungle, like they're not like there's a clear difference between like Ecuadorian, Colombian, Spanish, and then like the people of native descent.
Yeah.
I think she's indigenous is what they say.
Right.
Yeah.
They look at them like I think Spain is like the country that like would have like Spanish privilege, right? Like they're like the like, I bet you like a lot of Spanish speaking countries are like, suck at Spain, because they're like the conqueror European country.
Well, Spain gets looked at differently than the rest of the Spanish-speaking
Well,
countries, doesn't
I
it?
think Spain, but that's Spain themselves looking themselves differently. Like we're not like Puerto Ricans. Like
Oh yeah.
they're like
they look
less
at themselves as they're European.
right. It's a difference.
And honestly, I kind of think like people who are not super indigenous feel the same way. Like like they're a little bit above them.
Right. There's like a hierarchy of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you live with Hispanic, and like you're Jasmine is Hispanic.
She's Hispanic. Yeah.
You hear how much like they all don't like each other.
They all don't like each other. No, they all have drama. They all have drama with each other, and
There's a ranking in New York of like Dominicans versus Puerto Ricans versus.
Right. They have that whole thing, and I just take the classic white guy stance. I'm like, you guys all look the same to me. No. Imagine I said that.
You just did.
I know. Patreon. No. Yeah, they all hate each other. That's the thing, is everybody's just a little bit racist. I wish that people would just accept that. It's not even racism. It's just like everyone's tribal. Like I feel like tribalism is like it's a survival mechanism. I mean,
You said prejudiced, maybe.
well, not even prejudice. It's like all animals in the animal kingdom do that. They like go with their own to like survive, like in numbers, I'm not saying you don't have to be hateful towards anyone, but it's like you will gravitate towards that. Like Jaz was like, I noticed like there was a mom, she's friends with all the moms in my daughter's school, but she was closest with one girl who was, I think, like Colombian. And she's like, oh, I just like that person. I'm like, yeah, you like them because she looks like you. And you have like, that's what it is. But like, that's the truth. Like you like her and you can't, because you just feel comfortable talking to her because she looks like you. Amsterdam, June 2nd. Belfast, June 3rd. Liverpool, June 4th. Glasgow, June 5th. Birmingham, June 6th. London, June 7th. Chrissy UK's, Chrissy Europe's, I'm coming. I cannot wait. And then June 22nd, Atlantic City, co-headlining with Sam Morrill. I got some new material, some old material. I haven't been on the road. I want to see you, ChrisDComedy.com. Please hit me with some tea and crumpets. Life can be crazy sometimes, and one person's negligence can result in another's settlement. If you are injured by the negligence of another, you deserve to be paid. If you're in an accident, not calling a lawyer means you could be leaving money on the table. When you're seriously hurt, your injury could be worth millions. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I want you to do. Morgan & Morgan. Okay, it's America's largest injury firm. They have over 100 offices nationwide and more than 1,000 lawyers. That's a lot of abogados. With over $20 billion recovered for over 500,000 clients, Morgan & Morgan has a proven track record of fighting to get you full and fair compensation. Okay, listen, here's the thing, okay? Wearing a hat like Jasmine is hard. Submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is easy. Trying to stay within Vito's fasting window is hard. Submitting an injury claim with Morgan & Morgan is easy. If you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. For more information, go to forthepeople.com/chaos or dial #law, that's #529 from your cell phone. That's forthepeople.com/chaos or #law, #529 from your cell. This is a paid advertisement. You know what, man? Sometimes I just sit and think about Magic Mind. You ever do that? My favorite coffee alternative, Magic Mind. I love it. I love sitting thinking about it. I'm all about mental performance. And I'm like, how do I get my mental performance up? Well, I'll take a mental performance shot. The ones from Magic Mind. We have it. We love it. My family loves it. We here at the Chrissy Chaos Podcast love Magic Mind. And I don't think I can do anything without Magic Mind. There was one time Vito forgot to take his Magic Mind, and dude, he put out the podcast only for our listeners in Zimbabwe. He literally made it specific to one part of Zimbabwe, that in the whole episode, and it crushed, but it was because he wasn't on Magic Mind. He forgot, right? You forgot to put the podcast out for the world. 100%. Yeah, and then what? And then I beat you with sticks. Yeah. Yes. And and then you didn't feel it though because you had your magic mind and your mind was in a clear, neutral place. Listen, it's America's fastest growing shot, a mental performance shot. The Magic Promise, here's what I love about them. They refund 100%, no questions asked if anyone does not like it for 100 days, no questions asked. Clean energy with natural ingredients without excessive amounts of caffeine, no afternoon crash, no afternoon jitters. I mean, Joe Rogan has it on his podcast, so you know it's good. The Kardashians are drinking it out of their butts. Forbes calls it Silicon Valley's new morning elixir. They ship internationally in over 150 in over 50 countries. So Magic Mind, right now, all I need you to do is I need you to go to magicmind.com/Chrissy Chaos. Put in that promo code Chaos at checkout. You are going to get up to 48% off your first subscription or 20% off a one-time purchase with code Chaos at checkout. Magicmind.com/Chrissy Chaos. Limited offer you can use right now. 48% off your first subscription or 20% off one-time purchases with code Chaos.
Well, I mean, like it's like how sometimes people from another country, when they immigrate here, they'll all move to the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like, for example, my wife, she's born in Russia, born in Moldova. Her family came over here, and like the amount of people she grew up with from her village now in Midwood is crazy. Like one person moves over and then everybody's like, wait, this is like let's create our own community here. So
I mean, yeah, I kind of did that when I moved to Queens. My friends were living here and I was like, I'll just go move where you guys are.
That's not the same.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think you wanting to live with your friends. I guess it's building a community.
Yeah.
But that's because like it's like for them, it's like you're moving to a new country, you don't speak the language.
Yeah. Right.
And you're like, oh, like this will make life easier if we have a community.
Right.
You're just like, I just want to live near my friends.
Yeah, I know, dude. I literally uprooted my whole life. I was like, I'm going to move by my friends, and I took my kids out of school. But they're
Jasmine
fine.
said she likes it though.
She does. She's in now. She's back in with this neighborhood. I feel like, see, the thing is, it's tough to really know a neighborhood and kind of like settle in the winter. I would not move again in the middle of the fucking winter. You don't want to do that because then everything just sucks. Everything's cold. Like now the trees are in bloom. It's summer out, it's warm out. Now you're walking around. For 3 months we were just sitting in the house.
Yeah.
She was just mad at the house.
There was it's not like there were a ton of shows at the theater nearby.
There was nothing going on.
Yeah.
So now she's here. Dude, it's so funny. She got mad at me. So 2 days ago was Delilah's birthday, her 9th birthday. Happy birthday, baby. And it was game 7 of the Knicks Pacers. Okay. And I got from the good people at MSG courtside seats to game 7 of the Knicks Pacers. Okay. These tickets, they were going on the secondary market for like $50,000 a ticket. Okay, because it hasn't been a game 7 in 30 years.
Over 10,000 games.
Yeah. So the night before, Saturday night, because the game was Sunday, I say to Delilah, I was like, hey, tomorrow for your birthday, why don't we go to the Knicks game? It's game 7, haven't been in 30 years, whatever. She's like, oh, it'd be great. Let's do it. I'm like, oh, yes. So wake up the next day, having a great birthday, making pancakes. I'm like, all right, we got to get on the train at 2:00. And she was like, oh, yeah, I don't want to go. And I was like, what? She was like, yeah, no, I don't want to go. I just want to go to the park. I want to hang out in the park. I was like, all right, how about this? I was like, why don't we go to the park now? It's like 10. We'll go to the park. We'll hang out till like 1. And then we'll go to the game. And then we'll come back. We'll make like a big family dinner. Daddy won't even fast tonight. I'll eat outside my fasting window. And we'll just have a great dinner. And she was like, no, I don't want to go. I was like, well, all right. We'll go to the park. We'll have a good time. I was like, and then I'll go to the game. I'll stay for a couple of hours, and then I'll come back. She was like, no, I want you to come to the park with me and then spend every minute of my birthday with me because you're always away. So I want the entire day to just be about me and you at the park. And then I was like, okay. I was like, yes. And then Jaz comes in and she goes, Chris, stop trying to make her birthday all about you. And then walked away. And then I was like, fuck. And then I had to give the tickets up. I told the guys, they were like, we totally get it. I had to get the tickets up. Fast forward, the game started at 3:30. We were sitting on this couch, all of us, at 3 o'clock. Everybody fell asleep for 2 hours. Not me. I watched the game. Jaz, the kids, everybody took a nap from all day in the park. 2 hours, full nap, and I was like, I could have been at that game. But I chose to let it go. But do you think you would have walked away from your daughter and said, I'm going to that game 7?
I mean, no, I don't think. I think one. It's funny that you were just trying to like pitch her on going to game 7.
What was I supposed to do? Not try to convince her?
No, you should try to convince her, but like you had to guess. Like, does she like the Knicks?
I told her she could have unlimited cotton candy, and she didn't care.
Yeah, but does she like the Knicks?
She went to one Knicks game before, and she loved it. She thought the arena
Okay.
was great, but I kind of feel like she didn't, like, I think she was getting messages in her ear like, hey, you do what you want to do today.
From who?
Dad wants to go to the Knicks game. I'm going to say the woman in the hat.
The woman.
Yeah. And so I was like,
But you know what? Can I guess something? You've said before that sometimes Delilah, you'll be out with Delilah, and then people will come up to you, and she's like, "Why do people always come up to you?"
Right.
And she doesn't like it that much, right?
she does not.
So I'm guessing her birthday, if she goes with you to Madison Square Garden, a lot of people are going to be coming up to you.
Yeah, well, people coming up to me in the park on her birthday, and she was like, "It's my birthday," and I was like, "Yes, it is." Dude, we were in this park, and it was great. We saw these guys, what they were doing for hours. They were climbing a tree, like with a rope, like in helmet gear and everything, like climbing a full tree from the bottom to the top, scaling the tree across all the
big is the
branches,
tree?
rappelling. Yeah, I took a video of it, rappelling down the tree, and then just doing it again. And I was like, "What is this?"
Did you jump in?
No, we were watching. We were kind of hoping, just because it's a kid's birthday, like one of them to fall, just because it would have been like, I mean, like, look at this. Look at this guy. I'll send you the video,
Oh, that's a big ass tree.
dude. He's like just rappelling up and down.
You're
Somebody's
getting a
calling me.
spam call.
Oh God, I don't know what email or what I did. I get You think it's from watching porn? Do you think watching porn gets you spam calls?
It
Why do
could.
I get spam calls?
Do you watch it on your phone?
Every second? Yeah. Where else are you going to watch porn? You watch porn on a laptop?
No, not on my personal laptop. No, I don't.
Come on.
I don't want to mess up that laptop, so I do it on my phone. But I was just making sure he watched it on his phone.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I've only ever watched porn on the. I'm a big porn on the phone guy, right?
I mean,
Yeah, I'm still off porn. I've been off for a few months.
you have not watched porn in a few months.
Yeah.
Not 1 second.
So what I'll say is sometimes, we recently were talking about how like since Twitter changed and became X, and like there's so much more porn, and like occasionally like I'll like because part of the reason too I felt like I had to get off is like I would see like a movie star, like a pretty lady, and I think I know you do this, Vito, but like. And you're like, oh, I wonder what she looks like naked, and then you immediately just like see if she's done any nude scenes or what, and it's just
Sure.
like a bad. So like,
I told you I did that when I was like 12.
yeah. So like, I'll get like I'll like maybe look at it, but I'm not like, and then that'll kind of get me in the zone, but I'm not like beating off to porn.
Yo, he has children in
I
the
know,
house.
I
Yeah, but they're in
sorry.
the backyard.
Yeah, they're in the backyard. Yeah.
I know Jazz has. I remember one time I was on a plane and I was just like Googling like activities to do in Florida or whatever. She was like, "Can you give me your phone, please?" I was like, "What?" And then she just was like, "Look at this." And then it was like all like the last searches were like Pornhub. Like,
Are you Pornhub guy? Is that
yeah,
your go-to?
and you
Okay.
could see it all. And then she was like the one that told me how to put your browser on private. Like she taught me how to be a creep, which I was like, nice.
What is it like? Like you guys are married now, dude. Your spouses care if you watch porn? Like what? Like I know she gave you the Easter egg, but like,
I mean,
does it bother them at all or not?
I think that it used to bother her much more, but now I think now we're both kind of too tired to have sex because we get the kids. It's like it's just so much.
But they know that like every guy on the entire planet, if they can access it, they're
Gonna
watching
want.
it. Yeah,
Dude, I literally when I was in Texas and Utah, because you cannot watch porn in Texas or Utah.
What?
You
Yeah,
cannot.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
just in Austin 2 weeks ago. You cannot watch porn, and
There's just blocks the sites.
it blocks the sites. There's no. Well, you could go on Reddit and like the not safe for work. Like you could find a way around it, but you can't watch porn. And it genuinely made me like upset. Like it did something to my dopamine where I was like, oh, I have my routine. I get into the hotel room. I put porn on right away. I jerk off. I take a nap. Like, this is what it is. But that's why I went on Rogan. I think in the first 20 minutes, we had to edit out. I was just talking about trans women's feet because I was just backed up. I just went in with a fully loaded gun.
Yeah, I just had an idea.
Tell me.
What if we take footage of you bombing and we put it on Pornhub and we put it as like white stud gets
Destroyed.
destroyed.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I'll do that.
People have done that. Yeah. Not
Oh, that's
I don't know
the
about
thing. I'm
stand up. No, but like other things too.
Yeah.
Like
But
they
if we
would
put up
just
Chris-
you can put up non-porn on Pornhub. I don't
You
think
Yeah. Well, do they have a process on porn? Like, do they have a
I think
a
you just have
vetting
to-
process?
I think you just got to
have
get
confirm
verified.
it's you.
Yeah.
Not
Do you
like
remember a few years ago they took down like 90% of the videos on Pornhub or more
Yeah.
because they were like saying like we can't verify how old people are in these videos.
That's
so
what I was going to
if
ask.
you're
Like,
not- yeah.
how can you verify that the people are over 18?
I think
can you?
now
I think
don't
you have to
know.
put up maybe like your ID or something
to post
to
maybe.
say that you're of age.
You could do that. We could do that.
Leave us write in the comments if you've ever put a video up on Pornhub. What did you do?
Yo, what do you think about the last few weeks of guests?
I think the last few weeks of guests have been good.
Well, we're recording this. We'll say we're recording this after Hassan and Jeff went out.
And Kat
next
Simp,
week,
maybe?
Kat. So
Okay.
following this, Kat will be released. So we don't know what the response to Kat will be yet.
Yeah, I think Cat will be good. Dude, I'm back in on guests, man.
But what do you think about the response to Hassan and Jeff?
So I think the response to Hassan and Jeff has been mostly positive, right?
Yeah, Hassan's a little different. He's very divisive. Like it's
Sure.
a lot of like you either love him or you fucking hate him.
Right.
And so if you go look at the comments, it's basically like, oh fucking Chrissy, I'm unsubscribing now because of fucking Hassan, bro. I thought you were better than this.
Right.
But there's also a lot like you guys barely touched politics, maybe towards the end, but like I thought it was a good conversation. It's
Fun.
Yeah, see, and I'm a big thing. It's like I get people comment, I get it, but I'll say what I said on previous episodes. It's like I didn't know Hassan at all, so it's like I'm not going to judge. To me, it's like someone who would say they would unsubscribe to a pod or even get mad, where it's like you don't know this guy at all. You just know the edited videos of what he's putting up. It's like, dude, stop. Like, how do you get through life like that? Like being so angry at someone you don't know that you've only seen in clips.
The only person that can be mad at Hassan is John.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, he was fucking roasting the thumbnails.
You got back at him though.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Good.
well, yeah, you
Would
saw
you
I
see
put
the thumbnail?
the Twin Towers and
Yeah,
the thumbnail.
good.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Because
Were the thumbnails more fire this week?
Well, look, Hassan said to John, you got to be shameless. You know, you got to just like, you know, put in, even if you only talk about it for a few seconds, you got to put it in the thumbnail. So John put the Twin Towers in the thumbnail.
But not burning. Like you put like
No,
the...
no.
Oh, yeah.
Intact.
Did you think about that?
Yeah, well, because we are like, we have like a color palette, right? We're doing like black and yellow and like grayscale. So I had them on like a yellow wash. And my brother was at my apartment while I was making it.
Which brother?
Little brother Richard. And he said, yo, they look like they're on fire right now. You need it. I was like, good point. So.
Dude, I admittedly don't know like the thumbnail world, but when I see the thumbnails, I always think they're fire, and I'm always like, these are.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like to hear it from that, like there is a formula and a process, and like I did change them a little bit. I'm gonna mix it up, and basically like we're gonna do kind of like a center.
There were comments that said I did click this week because of the thumbnail.
Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah. Well, it also like for context, I know you don't know Hassan, but like the stuff he said about 9/11, super duper controversial, and like he said on our show, he said that he gets clipped out of context, and that's basically what happened with it.
He
But,
did,
like,
yeah.
But that's one thing, like where, like, for example, it literally could be like somebody like your dad, like they would like show on like Fox News or whatever, like, oh, popular influencer, political commentator says America deserved 9/11. And he doesn't know anything about Hassan. He's like, I know that guy. That's the 9/11 guy. Like,
Right.
Like that's how people describe you.
The 9/11 comic.
yeah.
Yeah.
9/11 dad guy.
9/11 dad guy. That's who I am.
So a lot of people know him only because of that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good convo. He made me feel better actually about like what he said, like working out when we were talking about like guys who are jacked and ripped. Like he was like, yeah, but like I don't want to look like that's too much effort. Like I don't want to look like that. Like he feels like he's at peace with himself.
And then Jeff the week before was like, I'm obsessed with being ripped.
Right.
Great, but like Hassan is like twice the size of Jeff.
Yeah, but Jeff is more cut.
Ripped, yeah.
Hassan
cut,
is
yeah.
like, but
He's
I'll
big,
say this.
dude, big.
We talked about this last week. You know, you go to the gym for men, You judge men's bodies.
Yeah.
If you had to have one, whose body would you rather have?
Probably Hassan's,
Right?
Just a big boy, because
Yeah.
Jeff is like he's ripped, but it's like it's too dainty for me. And I don't
Hassan's
like
a monster. Hassan's like a brick shit house. When he walked in, I was like,
Yeah,
that's a fucking.
he looks
big
like he should
kid.
work on a farm or some shit.
he's a big boy.
Oh.
That he's a big Turkish farm boy.
Is he? If all of your guests got into a fight, do you think it would be Hassan?
Recent guess, yeah.
But all time.
Wait,
I mean,
did
who
you
else?
have the,
I mean, Brendan
the chick
Schaub will
fighter,
kill everybody.
the Brooklyn
Oh,
chick?
Heather. Heather
Heather Hardy.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name? Why am I blanking on his name?
Did you have an MMA fight?
You had the wrestler on.
Oh yeah, you had the wrestler
Anthony
Anthony Bowens.
Anthony Bowens.
Anthony Bowens.
will
Heather
kill
Hardy.
people.
Hassan.
Brendan Schaub will kill you.
Oh yeah.
Brendan
You
Schaub.
know?
It's got to be Schaub or the lady.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the lady probably
They're
takes
no,
Hassan
she's-
in the fight.
dude, she's-
like, and
yeah.
he's like triple her size.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have a lot of people who walk by.
What are they doing?
Nothing. It's just we should at some point, if we keep doing stuff here, you should just grab people.
Yeah, I know. Our neighbors are really good people, and we were at some like fair last week, and these people came up to me, and they were like, I was standing with the neighbors, and they all they know me, but they don't know what I do for a living. They have no idea, and so they go. My kids are screaming in the backyard, and they go. So somebody comes up to me, and they're like, "Oh, hey." They're like, "You're that like influencer guy, right?" And I was like, I do stand up. They're like, "Yeah, but like you do influencing, right? You do like bits on TikTok." I was like, "Yeah, I guess." And they're like, "What's your name again?" And I was like, "Oh, Chris." And then, so, is that my kid screaming? What is that?
Sounds like a tea kettle.
It literally sounds like someone shooting a fucking mortar at the house.
Like brakes screeching, maybe. Like on a truck.
Oh, I bet you Jaz is pushing Delilah around in the wheelbarrow. And they're probably wetting each other with the hose. My daughter will come out. My daughter's so funny. We have a hose out there. She'll literally, like, you'll be dressed like about to go to work, and she'll light you up with the hose and get screamed at and not care at all and just think it's the funniest thing, like where you just have to laugh. She lit me up once. We were going to my second cousin's communion like 2 weeks ago. I was in my full suit. She lit me up with the hose back there. I had to fully change my suit.
She's funny. You told me she also, I don't know if you said this in the podcast, but like, she got sushi at MSG. What's it supposed to?
She got sushi at MSG, and we were in like the private area. The MSG people treat me like so well, like I'm so incredibly thankful and grateful for them. And so I bring Delilah, and we go in, and they have like nice food for us, but like for kids, like chicken fingers and like really like good stuff though, but like high quality. And so she goes, "I want sushi," and I'm like, "No, you stop. Eat the food. Like there's food here." She goes, "I want sushi." And I was like, you can't have sushi. Okay. There's no sushi here. We have the food over here. She goes, "Why are those people eating sushi then?" And then an MSG staff member comes over. He's like, "Is everything all right over here?" And then I was like, "Yeah, it's fine." She goes, "No, I want sushi." And then she goes, "Oh, okay, honey. Let me see if I can go get you." She goes, "Well, they have sushi." And then I look over, and it was James Dolan, the owner of the Knicks and the Rangers, who was eating sushi. And then I was like, "Oh my God, we're gonna get thrown out. We're gonna get thrown out." And then James Dolan, he was honestly like really, really cool. He was like, get her sushi. And then he gave me like a thumbs up, and I was like, "Oh, awesome!" And I was like, "Way to go, Delilah!" and then I did a comedy show for them for the Garden of Dreams. And they called Garden of Laughs for the Garden of Dreams Foundation. And somebody told me that Dolan was like laughing hard at me. I was like, nice, dude.
Can I ask you some questions about the Knicks tickets and how they work?
Yes.
So when they tell you like, "Hey, Chris, we got courtside seats," can you bring anybody you want?
Anybody, but I have to be there. So sometimes people will message me and be like, "Oh, it's my friend's birth, like family members, or whatever.
Yeah.
Can you get this guy tickets?" I'm like, "No."
Okay.
They will give me a ticket, and then I can bring a +1. Like I can't just get them for you.
Is there a dress code?
Yeah, so it's interesting. In the beginning, there is like you're supposed to wear like nice jeans and shoes and like look nice. But I also think like I'll wear like nice clothes if I'm not wearing Knicks gear. I think if you're wearing Knicks gear, then that supersedes everything. They'll like just come through. I mean, Tracy Morgan will wear like Knicks sweatpants.
Oh, yeah.
You know, as long as it's Knicks, it's all good. But there's no real dress code, and you know the food they give us, the service that you get like at MSG,
Suite 200. That's the.
it's unlike anything. Like I've been to Barclays Center before, and kind of like their private, and it's still awesome and amazing, and other cities, but nothing is like MSG. Like you understand, like other than like the fans and being in the building and like just the history of the arena, like it's one of those things. Like it's the best because of how like they treat everybody going in, like how they treat. You know, like even like the staff, the players, like everyone is just treated so well. I mean, from what I can see, I'm sure there's people that have stories, but like all I've ever seen is like the utmost class in MSG. It's like amazing. Anybody that goes there is like, you get treated like royalty. It's beautiful.
When you go with like, because like you'll go with like Sam a lot, right?
Yeah.
When you guys go, do you like ask separately and then get put together, or do you ask together and then each get a +1?
What's been happening, and I'm kind of hopefully like I remain a part of this, and I think overall it's like bubbling in, but I think what's happening now is like a lot of comedians are starting to go to these Knicks games, and I think they're grouping us together, and we're becoming like the comedians for the Knicks type thing, which is, you know, not the Chris Rocks and the Ben Stillers. They're like courtside in the middle of the court, but like our little section, like, you know, me, Sam, Stavros will go to a lot of games. Like they start to like, and then they put us on the shows. Really, me and Sam, I think, are the two most that get like the most tickets and go. But like we're becoming like, oh, like these are like the New York comics that like we work with. Like, you know, commercials on the they've asked us to do. You were
on the season hype video.
I was in the season hype video, and that's just like direct. Like, hey, can you do us a solid?
And you had a main spot in it too. Like you were in like a pretty good amount, right?
Yeah. No, it's been nothing but love from them. So, and it's cool for me because I genuinely am like a diehard Knicks fan, and like that's like I've never wavered in that. Like to be honest, I like hockey. Like the Rangers are in the playoffs right now. I'm an Islanders fan, but like I really don't invest in hockey that much either way. So it's like I want to see the Rangers win. Same with baseball. I like the Yankees, you know, but I also like, since I met, you know, the Cohen family, I'm like, the Mets have just treated me so good. I'm like, I just want to see them win. But with the Knicks, it's never been like, oh, I can also root for the Nets. Like I am all in on the Knicks and the Giants too, and football. So I think like basketball and football are two sports for me that like it's like undying love for those two teams. Where baseball and hockey, I'm realizing like even now, like where I love all sports, but like we're 2 months into the season, I haven't really watched one Mets or Yankees game. Like I don't know what's going on either team. Yeah. You work for the team, so you're different. You guys, well, one of you does. And my daughter's legitimately screaming out there like it's nonstop. Or is that a hose?
That's not screaming.
What is that?
That's water running. Or it's like air pressure or something.
Oh, I thought that was her with a nonstop, uninterrupted scream.
Yeah, did she get stabbed? I mean,
probably.
That's a wild thing to say.
Way to go.
Sorry.
I hope your Venezuelan girlfriend hears that.
What do you think about him dating a new Hispanic lady?
I think that he's literally mini-me. I think that this is my. You want to look into 15 years into your future. This is
one
what
Hispanic
it is.
woman.
No, but I mean, yeah, long term. But I mean, like I'm all about like Hispanic women all day, every day.
Okay.
Yeah, that is true though. My one and only,
yeah, like
long-term Hispanic girlfriend. It's only been Jaz. All my other girlfriends were white.
No, he's working his way down South America right now.
Chill.
It's just, I mean, I say this all the time. When I take the train, I'm like the only white guy on the train. Like it's
from where you live?
Yeah, all the time. Like when I worked at City Field and I would take the train there very often, going home and there.
What stop do you live off?
He lives in Astoria. I don't know what he's
talking.
He
said Long Island City.
My address is in Long Island City.
He lives by the Regal and the Pig Beach.
I live close to Pig Beach.
I like Pig Beach.
Yeah, Pig Beach rules. But I'm on the Steinway stop on the R train, and I'm in the
Pig Beach used to be the old beer garden.
Studio Square, yeah.
Right. So it's still set up that way. Like it's
Dude,
like
there's a big screen. Like
have you been watching games there and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Knicks games there have been wild.
Right, packed.
Like absolutely, like it's like a fucking arena.
The World Cup 2014 that's when I watched
Studio Square.
Bro, that was the most fun I've had watching live sports, and it's crazy because like they don't do that enough in America. In Europe, that's like every game is like that.
Yeah,
but America they like barely do that.
So when I went to Marseille this summer,
Marseille,
which
is the fucking hood, dude.
Yeah.
I watched
I told you
I
that.
told you I watched the TV show.
Yeah.
Crooks. It's called, and some of it takes place in Marseille, and holy shnikes, it was the hood.
I told you that when I was there. You were like, "Oh, is it beautiful?" I was like, "There's parts of it that are beautiful, but for the most part, it feels like a fucking Port Authority."
But why does Marseille? Why is it famous though? Why do we know about it? Is it an ancient city?
I believe it's one of France's oldest cities,
Okay,
and it's also a port. So it's like a main place from
Africa's
Algeria,
right across. Algeria, right?
Algeria is like right there,
Right.
And it's like a very immigrant heavy city,
Right.
But it's a city. Like when I took a tour, they were like, there's not many tourist activities here. Like we're not a tourist.
You got
driven
a slight
city.
cold,
No, I just got my allergies just
dude.
acted up.
I'm
as I
telling you,
walked
it's
in
because
here.
of this fucking thing. It's this goddamn air freshener. It's this. JASMIN has these things, these hotel collection things, all over the house, and everybody's congested in this house at all times because of these.
What does it do?
Is it a?
I unplugged it, but it shoots out. When you said, "Oh, it smells good in here,"
It did smell really good. We
very
both
good.
were talking
Yeah,
about how
yeah.
good it smelled. In
yeah,
here.
but now you have allergies and sinusitis.
It is nice though.
What do you want to do with this? Hey, how you doing? Come take a seat. Yeah, dude. Oh, did I tell you this? So I'm going to the UK. Got Amsterdam, and then I got offered to do a gig in Florence. Did I tell you that?
You did, but are you allowed to talk about it?
Well, I'm not going now.
Oh,
You know why? Here's the thing.
you turned it down?
Here's the thing. I wanted to go. I really did. JASMIN wasn't able to come with me, okay, because it's my stepson's graduation. So she had a lot of things to do. My mom's going to be in Greece. JASMIN's mom's going to be in Florida. We had no babysitting. So I'm going to have been gone. I leave May 31st to go to Amsterdam. And then I have shows all the way through June 7th, finishing in London. And then we're going to go to the baseball game, the Mets, Phillies, June 8th. And then I was supposed to come home June 9th. But then I got added to this gig to do a private gig June 11th in Florence. So even though it's another 2-3 days, I know that I would have felt like when that thing is over, June 9th, like everyone else is going home from London to New York. Even though it would have been 3 days in Florence, I would have felt like so lonely and like so been like, I've already been gone for 10 days. If JASMIN was coming or a family member, it would be different. But sitting alone in a hotel in Florence, I was like, I know that it's fun and it's different and it's a free trip. And they were like rolling out the red carpet for me and I appreciate it. But I was like, I know that I'm going to want to come home. I just know my mind. See, I'm at a point now where I don't have as much FOMO anymore because I actually just follow my gut. Even if it's a decision that people are like, why would you do that? Because I just know me at this. I've just like accepted me. Like I am the guy who, yes, you can say it's only 72 hours in Florence and then you'll come home. I am the guy that like those would be very dark for me. And I would feel so upset that I would be like, I just want to come home. So now when I made the decision to say, you know what, I'm sorry I said yes and I've got to back out. But, you know, unfortunately my family can't come. So I got to go home. I kind of just was like, I'm happy making this decision. But you think I'm crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a free trip. I mean, dude, I would have went with you, you know?
Can you
You
say
could've just
who
hit
the
me up, I
show's
wouldn't-
for?
Also, how about this? Tell me if this. So they want me to do comedy, right? I do kind of feel, though, this comedy, like me just showing up at a birthday to do comedy, it kind of feels a little like I feel all I could really do is lose. In the sense that
Isn't that the whole point?
Right. But I feel like the stakes of it, like, it's like, I don't know. And then it's also like, you know, I want to do comedy like for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be like, just like a gimmick.
That feels like make me a bicycle clown.
Yeah.
Not by them. The people who are going to put me on are the most amazing people ever.
No,
it's
but
just the act, that whole
The
thing.
concept.
The concept.
The concept feels like make me a bicycle clown.
Yeah, I kind of feel like, and I know it's weird because it's like I'm a comedian, so it's like we're supposed to be funny, and like this whole our whole, you know, state is like being silly. But there's kind of like I was kind of like thinking about it. I was like, I don't know, and I was kind of like, you know, I'm such good friends with them. I was like, all I can really do is like make them feel like I stole their money. Like if they were doing like a proper show, I'd be like, let's do it.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, just come out, no microphone, stand in front of the couch and make us. I'm like, all I can do is like, this cannot go well. And I was like, I just want to come home. But now I'm regretting it because nobody's agreeing with me.
I mean,
both of you are looking at me like, you dumb fuck, you had a free trip to Florence. You should have just went.
Yeah, but also at the same time, I know that there's not even a good chance you make the game.
Right. Oh, you don't even think I'm going to the baseball game?
I don't even know, man.
Yeah.
You know about him in London last time, right?
Maybe.
So I tickets to the Yankees Red Sox
Yes,
in London.
yeah.
Okay, 2018, whatever. And I had shows out there, and they were not selling well at all. Whatever. I was like, could not sell tickets, and I was out there. I was having fun, and my boy Debo was supposed to come meet me, like one of those days to go to come to the baseball game with me and like spend 3 or 4 days with me in London. So he works for JetBlue, and JetBlue was flying from London, from JFK to Gatwick Airport in London, and he was like on standby as an employee, but so many people were going out to London for that Yankees Red Sox series, he like couldn't get on the flight. So he called me the next morning. He goes, bro, I came back home. Like, I'm sorry, man, I can't make it. I'll see you back in New York. And I was like, oh, okay. And then immediately I started to have these thoughts seep into my head about like, you should leave. Why are you here alone? You should go. You should go. You should go. And then I started, because I started stressing out, I started to get like a pain in my stomach, which was so benign. It was like a fucking I was eating like fistful of cheese. I'm like just an idiot. And I'm like, I have appendicitis. I need to go home. So I immediately call my agent, say, get me out of this gig. I need to go home. And they're like, why do you need to go? I was like, my stepmom died. And they were like, what? I was like, yeah, it's bad. And and they were like, okay, we're sorry. And then they were like, a week later, they're like, we didn't want to send condolence flowers. I was like, no, she's fine. And she came back. She's good. She's healthier than ever. It was a false alarm. And so I flew home. Like, I didn't even tell the other comedians. Like, I didn't even tell the club. Like, I just left. I just booked a fucking ticket home, and I went home. And then when I got home, my mom was like, what are you doing home? Weren't you supposed to go to the Yankees Red Sox game? I was like, yeah, but Devo couldn't make the flight, so I didn't want to be there alone. She was like, you're going to regret this. And I was like, yeah. But so that's why I think I'm definitely going to the Mets-Phillies game, because I want to kind of undo my regret. Even though I kind of already did when I went to the Giants-Packers in London. I actually went. And Giants, here's my plan, though. You ready for my plan? Here's my plan. Yes, I'm saying no to Florence this time, even though like they were going to put me up at like this, like a St. Regis. Like it was like an insane trip, and now I'm regretting it. And I might text him immediately after the cameras are off and be like, please put me back on the gig. But I'm going to go watch the Giants play the Carolina Panthers in Munich, Germany in November. I'm going to watch them, and I'm going to do a show in Munich the night before Saturday, and then watch the game Sunday. Monday, fly from Munich to Florence in November, spend a Monday, Tuesday in Florence, and then come home Wednesday. What do you think of that? With my family.
Yeah.
Boom.
2 days in Florence works.
Problem
What
solved.
about Italy in November? Is that good or bad? Is it better to be there in June?
We went in September. We went mid-September, and it was rainy, and it wasn't as like warm.
I thought it was beautiful, but
Well, no, but remember how much rain we hit?
Did you go to Florence?
No, we were in Ischia. We were on an island.
Right. Yeah, but that could be random.
It could be, but I think the weather there is not that different from the weather here.
Do I call the powers that be and get myself back on the gig in Florence?
We'll have to put this on Patreon, but yeah, I mean, she can't go at all.
She can't. No babysitting.
for the entire trip, like UK as well.
No, UK she was never coming to. She was just going to come to Florence.
Gotcha. None of your kids are going?
No,
Okay.
no. So that's the thing. It's like 10 days away. I know some people like, dude, fucking Benjamin Franklin used to spend 7 years away from his family. I get that. I just don't. I don't know. I don't do well alone. I just don't do well. And I know people say, well, you should strive to
No, I get it.
But I'm like, I want to be home. Like, it's one of those things like, I want to be home. When you tell me you should strive to be, it's like, well, that's what you want to do. You maybe like to travel alone. I just don't.
When I was at spring training this year, I was there for 2 weeks. And by the last 3 days, I was on the phone with my wife crying. Because I just wanted to go home. 'Cause
Exactly.
I was sick of being in a hotel room every day by myself.
That's what I'm saying. I want to just go home. Even though it's a beautiful trip. If I was not doing the Europe dates and the only thing was you're going to Florence, doing the shows, coming home in 2 days, I do it. 100% do it. But I'm leaving May 31st. By the time June 9th comes, that's going to feel like a fucking eternity for me. Going to like 8 cities in 10 days. And then I'm going to be like, I just want to go home, but I got 3 more days.
But it would be sick.
I know.
That's the thing.
Have you been to Florence?
Never.
But you're going, like in what? Like you said, November.
I'm good. I mean, that's my plan right now.
That's his plan. But if you met him,
Yeah, dude, who knows?
Yeah.
he might.
I am going to that Germany game, though.
He might end up in Florence next week. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
We might imagine next week's podcast is live from Florida. I'm doing it from the Duomo.
From one of the boats.
What?
The boats.
Are you going to make another fucking Spanish joke? The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria?
That's his joke.
That's not
We'll see if I might cut that bit from my special. Dude, I've been watching my special, which is coming out hopefully at the end of this year. I don't want to put it out.
Why?
I just don't want to put it out. I'm like, I don't.
I was
I
there.
thought you said you felt really, really good after
in the
filming it.
moment, but then when I watch it back, you're just watching it like what it's so painful to watch. Like as a comic, it's so painful to watch it back because you're just like, because you're so familiar. I'm so familiar with, of course, my own material. I'm like, bullshit, hack, could have done that joke better. What is he even talking about? Stupid, like your face is dumb. And I'm just like, oh, God.
It was my favorite special you've done.
Yeah, in the room, but edited, it's, I don't know. Who just came in the house? Who is it? Who is it? Jaz.
Lila's sitting in the wheelbarrow.
Come on.
with water.
Take
Do you want to
the
split?
microphone.
Do you want to switch? Please.
Wait, can you just say something to...
Wow, you're holding people hostage?
Wait, just
No, we
get
just
the
know
microphone.
the show will do better with you.
Just say, by the way, I want to say Jasmine, she's been outside for an hour. The hat's still on.
I have to get a towel for Delilah. She's in the wheelbarrow full of water.
All right, but just
fall over.
real quick.
I have to get a towel for her so she can get out.
She doesn't want to be a part of this show.
Just give me a second. I'll be on.
Oh, wow, there you go. Sitting. Should we do that? Should we put me and her talking on Patreon?
No, that should be on the YouTube.
Yeah. Did she just fall?
I hope not.
Why is everyone... We're over an hour.
I
think,
loved
right?
it. What's
Audio says 47:33.
so we're not.
We've only been recording for
Yeah.
47 minutes and 33 seconds?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, dude. We started at like 1 o'clock.
No.
Oh no, I could be wrong. Sorry, I'm looking at there's 2 tickers on here. 118.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. We've been fucking going.
Sorry.
This podcast sponsored by BetterHelp. I love the good people at BetterHelp. We all need mental health checks. We all need to talk to someone. Life is tough, okay? I love BetterHelp. You know why? It's all done online, entirely done online. It's designed to be convenient and flexible, just like Vito. You can do it wherever. You could do it in the comfort of your own home. Do it butt naked. Nobody cares. Put the camera on, put the camera off. You don't have to go to a brick and mortar office. You don't have to waste time driving there, taking the subway there, however you're going to get there, riding a moped. I don't know what you do. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. Okay? That's what I like. And what they do is you fill out a survey and that matches you with a licensed therapist. And if you don't like that therapist, you can change them anytime for free. That's what I love about it. Listen, life goes fast, okay? It's important to take a moment to celebrate your wins. And I think joining BetterHelp is a win. Here's the thing. BetterHelp, by the way, it's help, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp. It's one of those things where if you want to kind of, give your mental health a little pick-me-up, you want to help with it, get a little help with your mental health, try BetterHelp. Go to betterhelp.com/chaos today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/chaos, 10% off your first month. Take a moment, enjoy BetterHelp. KiWiCo, baby. I love KiWiCo. My family loves KiWiCo. My kids go nuts when a new KiWiCo package comes to the door. Right, Delilah? Yeah. Loves KiWiCo. KiWiCo encourages kids to get outside, explore, and stay off their screens. Awesome projects from the Summer Adventure series, like the Bottle Rocket Kit, Delilah. We got a bottle rocket kit. We're going to shoot it at Mom, where kids build an actual bottle rocket, help to turn the outdoors into a playground of learning and fun. Choose your expedition with this summer camp alternative. The Summer Adventure series is a personalized experience. You'll be surprised at how high quality the materials are, too. These are real engineering, science, and art projects for children. KiWiCo does the legwork for you so you can spend quality time tackling projects together. There's something for kids of all ages, convenient and personalized. You can receive all of your summer adventure crates at once or weekly for 6 weeks. Build the best summer ever with KiWiCo. Get 20% off your summer adventure series at KiWiCo.com/summerchaos. That's 20% off your summer adventure at KiWiCo.com/summerchaos. I love you, Jasmine. Dude, that's a thing now. It used to be like looking at the clock, like, oh, let's just get to an hour. But now I feel like we just flow past an hour like so easily.
Yeah.
Now, just goes.
Yeah. Where else in your house? It's comfortable.
I kind of like it. I kind of like just chilling.
Like, like we leave, like you're just sitting here, like you're done.
Well, I'm done. Yeah, I got to get I got 2 spots, and I've been working on new shit.
Where's your spots at?
Comedy Cellar
Nice.
tonight. How about this? What I was going to do too is I was going to re-record, pull a Taylor Swift, re-record. Like, for example, I did a joke on my David Letterman set 10 years ago, and it was on like my first half-hour special about like England and like a surname bit. Like, it was this all bit about like surname. And like, do you even know that bit?
No, I don't remember.
See,
Are you talking about Letterman in the suit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is like, I have a bit about surname in England. It's like I have shows coming up in England. Like, go to New York Comedy Club or the Comedy Cellar tonight, do that bit. Just do it. It'll hopefully get like a big laugh because people just don't know what's going on. And then you put that out as like a clip. You're not burning your new material. Like, re-recording old material in a different way could be a fun way to like, because so many of your fans, like, you know, I hear my material every day, but so many of my even fans are like, I've never heard that bit.
Didn't you
like
say
write so much
That's a
of
good
your
idea.
shit they've never heard.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to do this a while ago.
Yeah, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to
Yeah,
start.
I mean,
That's why what I've been doing is like one show at the Comedy Cellar, I'm doing the old stuff. One show I'm doing like, mostly like my new.
I like it.
And you're recording tonight?
I'm recording tonight. I got two sets tonight. But then it's like what happens is though is like I want to do like new stuff, and then like, you know, hey honey, what happened? I heard you were in the wheelbarrow and they got you all wet.
No, Mommy filled up the wheelbarrow and I sat in it like it was a pool.
Whoa, like it was a pool. There you go.
I kept thinking it was going to tip over.
We had an in-ground pool in Staten Island. Now she's filling up a wheelbarrow. Now she's playing in a puddle. She's playing in a rolling puddle. That's good. You should have filled up Mommy's hat. She wouldn't let you fill up her hat. By the way, too, I've been doing pretty good cutting bread. Okay, mostly cutting bread. Like the other day, Jaz made stuffed peppers. Dude, if you just make sandwiches and you put out, and instead of using bread, you just cut peppers and use the bread and use peppers as bread, it tastes the same.
That makes sense. I never thought about that.
Dude, I'm telling you, next time you make, can you speak it to the microphone? Like, you don't know, just sit for a second, Jaz. Thank you. Please welcome back Indiana Juan. Indiana Juan. See, like, you know, we've been talking for an hour about how you think like I'm mean to you. And it's like all I've done.
Talking about that for an hour.
By the way, what we all agree on, by the way, is these smell good. It gives everyone allergies. Everyone's congested in here because of these.
That's not on. The candle's on. Did you turn the candle off?
No, that was on. It was spraying in my face like a fucking geyser.
I love Hotel Collection. It smells so good.
We spoke about how I'm not going to Florence, and how do you feel about it?
I'm sad for you. I think you should have gone. Look, he was doing a favor for our friends, and now he's not.
And now my friend's not texting me back.
I'd be mad too.
Would you?
You lost like a really good friend.
Oh, he's not texting you now?
No.
He's mad. He's so mad.
Did I lose my
Oh
connections?
my god, I need a pedicure. Don't show my feet.
Yeah, please show her feet.
Don't show my feet.
Yeah?
And put him under the table.
Oh.
Oh, no,
Yes,
he was
you
guessing
did.
who it was.
Oh.
And I was nodding.
I feel though that because I just know that like I would be Sometimes what I think happens is I get like a moment, like 5 minutes of like panic, and then I make the entire decision in that moment. But I was saying I don't, because I've been trusting my gut more, I don't really have FOMO anymore. Like I'm going to be happy to be coming home.
I told you to like slow things down a little bit, but now you took it too far. Like you're like too slow now.
What do you mean?
Like just get like just get to the point.
Get to the
What are
point.
you saying? What are you asking? Are you asking me a question?
Huh?
Are you asking me a question? Are you asking me a question?
If I was just-
I don't have my Invisalign in. You can't understand me?
If I was a stuffed pepper, what would you stuff me with?
You're already stuffed with bullshit.
What? Can you heat me up a stuffed pepper? I want Vito and John to try meatless stuffed pepper. Are you boys hungry?
I won't do that to
We're
you.
not gonna. I'm not gonna force Jasmine to cook for me.
Thank you.
Delilah's
Thanks,
hungry.
Vito.
I said I've been going mostly low carb.
For like one day. It just started.
Tomorrow we're doing hot yoga.
I'm not doing that. I think
Why?
it's too. I think hot yoga is just too aggressive. It's too much. It's unnecessary. Sorry, it's unnecessary.
Yesterday I was in yoga.
Warm
and
yoga.
She wasn't with me. Yes, I was in yoga, and I was trying to do like this position, like everybody else could do. It was like putting like your right leg over your left, like sitting on the floor, and then like turning, and like I was just like stuck. I like couldn't do it, and the yoga instructor came over to me, and she was like trying to do everything. She was like doing this, doing that. She's like, your body's not accepting this. It's totally okay. Your body is just saying it's a no for them today. She goes, just lay on the floor and close your eyes. And I just like for like 10 minutes just had to lay on the floor and close my eyes because fucking I just can't. I'm not flexible at all.
No, but you never stretch. It's important to stretch
Do you stretch?
every day.
Bro, you're a PT and
I
you
know.
don't stretch.
I know. I got to do better.
Can we ask Jaz questions about you?
Yes.
So we were talking about Chris's addictive personality before and how he gets obsessed with fads and phases.
Right, for 2 weeks at a time.
What's it like living with somebody who goes through constant phases?
Honestly, it's insanity because I'm one of those phases.
What?
It's like every 2 or 3 weeks. Hi. Every 2 or 3 weeks, it's like you're on again, off again.
No, what are you talking about?
You are. You're insane.
You think
But I
am-
realized, but I've come to like learn that that's just Chris, and like he gets over things, and then he wants things again, and then he gets over it.
So you're always waiting for the other shoe to drop? Or you're not anymore now?
No.
How do
it's
you
like,
deal with me
all
now?
right. I'm like,
What
just go
is-
take a nap. You'll be fine in the morning.
Let's give the people out there, what is a good way, if they were ever going to date me, what's a guide? What is the guide to dating Chrissy?
Leave
What's
him alone.
What's some do's and don'ts?
Just leave you alone.
Leave me alone. That's what they should.
Yeah.
That's what they.
You should just go live under a rock. Like honestly, you just want to be like left alone.
Maybe I could go live in the wheelbarrow.
Maybe.
What is?
But no, you're kind of insane. Mm-hmm. So we started therapy, and right away she zones in on like him. Can I talk about this?
Yeah, I don't care. You're the one wearing the stupid hat.
I feel like it kind of gives me the power a little bit.
It does.
No? All right.
Yeah.
So she, like, right away, one of the first sessions, she's like, okay, so Jasmine, like, you're the steady one. And Chris, you're kind of like a swing. Like, you're kind of just back and forth.
Swinger.
So, I mean, and that's basically, that's our relationship. I've always
What?
just been, like, kind of steady, holding you down. You're welcome.
I bring the fun, though.
And yeah, it's so much fun. You never know what's coming next.
Yeah, but that's the thing is I'm not going to apologize for me anymore. I'm going to be who I am.
It happens.
I don't want you to apologize for you.
I don't apologize. That's why I
I
wear
can't
my
believe you
hat.
say that I'm mean to you. Are you like? I'm not mean to you. P Diddy's mean to you. Like
He's never been mean to me, but
Oh yeah, whatever. I mean, P Diddy's mean to his girlfriends.
that's pretty mean. I'd say that's beyond mean.
What have I done? Like what? What? Because I don't post about you.
No, I don't care about that anymore.
Because you told me you don't care about that anymore.
Get off my chair.
I like that. I like these chairs because they have pre-shit streaks on them.
No.
These chairs, I like these chairs, but they do look like a Holocaust uniform. That's the issue.
I thought they looked like referee shirts. Right? Don't they look like that?
You're outta here.
Referee shirts, aren't they like striped?
Right.
I wouldn't
What
know.
were you out When's the last time you wrestled an alligator? You look like Steve Irwin. No, not Steve Irwin. Crocodile Dundee. I'm a
Oh
fucking
my
asshole.
God, what's wrong with you?
God. What did you like about, I told, for your birthday when we didn't go to Dubai, but instead I took you to see the musical Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Was that a good, did I do
And
good?
he's not mean to me.
Did I do good on your birthday? You said
But
that
I got
was cute.
Aladdin instead of Dubai.
That was cute though. A walkthrough. You ready for this birthday? A stay at the Mandarin Oriental Hotel.
Which was very nice.
Dinner at Bad Roman, which was awesome.
Yeah.
Then a walk through Central Park in the morning. Then a nice outdoor breakfast. Then Aladdin the musical. Then a dinner. And then we went and looked at apartments that we can't afford.
Oh, in the city?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was so much fun. I almost got
So
her
much
this
fun for
close
him.
to being.
That was like his like dream. That's your dream birthday.
You loved.
It was great, but that was really like your dream to stay in the Manhattan, stay in a nice hotel, walk through the park in Manhattan, still be in the middle of the city, and then go look at apartments that you're never going to live in.
What would your dream birthday have been?
Dubai.
The airport's flooded. We would still be there.
We wouldn't still be there. I would have loved it. That's never happened in the history of Dubai, and that would have been like
You would have
amazing.
not been like, what about
We
how
would have
we
been a
getting-
part of history.
How are we getting back to our kids?
It was a couple of days. They're very strong. They'll survive. You okay?
I know.
Okay.
I know. I love on other people's birthdays. I like Delilah's birthday 2 days ago. I was like, let's go to Game 7.
I know.
Yes.
He was like trying to talk her into going to the basketball game.
But we
And she
didn't.
was like, I really don't want to do that.
Did you have a nice birthday, honey, at the park?
We didn't, but what did we do?
We went to the park.
After what?
What do you mean?
Oh, no, we went to the park, and then we came home, and then what did we do?
You fell asleep. We went
No,
to
but
Austria
before
Pizza.
that,
But you
what was
fell
Daddy
asleep for
doing?
3 hours. If I was asleep for 3 hours, I watched the Knicks game.
Dad was watching Game 7.
And you guys were asleep.
No.
Yes, you were. Violet was
No,
asleep for
no.
3.5
You know
hours.
what? You're not a bad guy, which is why I'm still with you. Like, you're not bad. Your intentions are good.
No, don't come on the camera, honey.
They're just, yeah, where are those
What are you
pants
doing?
going?
You look like a
You look
potato
like a
sack. No, my intentions are good.
No, they are. They are.
You know, like not. I'm sorry. Like I'm not perfect.
Believe it or not, I'm not perfect either.
What? You said, believe it or not, you're not
Yeah,
perfect either.
yeah.
Your teeth are though now. Week 6, Invisalign.
Month 6.
Months. You've had those for 6 months. Yes, hon.
Can you do? There's so many things.
I do. I want to do that. It's really cute.
What are we gonna have for lunch?
My God.
Do you still have any stuffed peppers left?
There's like 2.
Like full ones? I want to.
I'm not going to feed that to them. It's not that good.
Why not?
You eat anything.
I do. What about Jean Bing? There's this Chinese cafe near us, and they make this thing called the Jean Bing. It's like what is it?
It's like an
Eggs?
egg wrap.
No, but it's not though. It's got lettuce on it. What happened? Are we done?
No. Those are still going the wide angle. I'm going to fix the wide angle.
We
Oh, I don't like wide angles.
It
Why
doesn't
not?
make you wide.
Oh, okay.
It's just
just-
like you could see everything.
Oh,
We're in
okay.
the biz.
You look great.
You do.
Thanks.
You now.
What about him?
What are the chances we're going on the cruise?
I don't think it's happening, honestly.
So we're all not
I'm not
going?
excited about it. I don't think it's safe. I don't know.
It's not safe, Vito.
know.
Can you tell her that
I've
cruise
never
is
really
safe?
wanted to go like on a
She's
cruise.
willing to go to Dubai where the airports are flooded and they'll throw gay people
I
off
got-
roofs, but she's like, the cruise isn't safe.
Cruises are safe, but I can tell. I feel like you and my wife have a lot in common, and she would be miserable on a cruise.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah.
You would have so much fun.
I'm not looking forward to it at all.
She would have a good time. She would have a great time on a cruise. And for kids, it's great. There's like
But I'd be constantly worried about them. Like, are they going to fall off the side of the boat?
We'll be with them.
no. She goes to you would go to the kids club. You don't. So like basically, there's a schedule where like when I was a kid, I would go with my mom, and my stepdad, and they would be like a kids club, and you basically just go there for the day, and there's tons of activities for you to do. There's
Yeah.
like a bunch of
And you're being watched.
You're being
supervised.
watched. You're with like kid leaders and stuff.
Summer camp in a way.
It's basically summer camp on the ship.
So they have teenagers watching little kids?
No, it's adult Filipinos.
Yes. Yeah, it's like guys from Philippines and Guam. And
No, it's like 90% of the cruise industry is Filipinos, but it's
yeah, and they do it, and so
So it's
the
not like those shows with like the boat cruise and they have all the drama. What are those? What is that?
you're
show?
talking about under deck,
Maybe
above deck,
something like
Underboard?
that on some
the
deck.
Bravo show.
Yeah,
Below
yeah,
deck,
yeah,
below
yeah.
deck.
It's not like
we
that.
got so close.
Below
You were
deck,
so close.
below deck is like rich, like that's like 10-person.
Oh, that's not what we're doing.
Yeah, Delilah thought it was just going to be the people, like it was just the boat for us. But
No,
there's
you're going to the
thousands of people.
We're like going on the
She wants to go
Titanic.
in the pool, and I told her that like the pool is like so many people are going to be in that pool.
There's multiple pools. There's usually those will have like 3, and then like there's like a kids water park. Yeah. Here, I'll pull up pictures of it. It's which one is it? The new
Which
big
one is it?
Royal Caribbean.
Royal Caribbean of the Seas. By the way, there's a whole mom group chat that you're not a part of. That they're like doing all these. Like,
Excuse me.
Well,
I'm part of all the chats.
Well, no, I just got a text saying like you you have to like download an app. I don't even know how, we haven't even registered yet
What group chat?
with the moms who are going on the boat.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Oh my God, she doesn't want to do it.
So
Look at you. If you could see our daughter's face right now, she's so excited. So
yeah.
what do you think?
I don't know why. I'm just not excited for it.
So what's going to happen?
We're gonna go, obviously.
yeah, so like there's like I think so. If
Royal
you're going to
Caribbean of the Seas. or
Wonder
something?
of the Seas,
Oh,
or
her face.
Is it
Where does the cruise stop at, though?
Miami to the
Bahamas?
Bahamas?
so yeah. This like there's like water slides all over.
Wait, let me see. Let me
I think
tell you.
there's-
Dad, we have to go on it.
Tell mom.
Oh, please. I'm excited.
Freedom of the Seas.
Oh, sorry, different ship.
Oh, that's
see.
not
Yeah,
it.
show her Freedom of the Seas.
Womp.
Oh
I
my
hope it's worse. I
God!
hope it's
Freedom.
worse.
What if Freedom of the Seas sucks?
All right, there's still water slides. There's a surfing
That
thing.
was cool.
Oh,
But not
not
as
as cool.
Not as cool as the other one, right? The other one was a little cooler.
But that was still so cool. It's
What's that? What does she say?
that is like the best thing to me because I've never seen a cruise ship before.
What?
I'm
What
nervous
is she
about
looking at?
Violet, I think.
Water slides and the whole deck.
She's really into it. I mean,
Well, she's worried about our 3-year-old. I'm like,
Because she's a maniac.
She tries to run into the street. So Mom bought her backpack.
And she loves jumping into pools. She's going to think the ocean is a pool. She's going to constantly
not
try to
gonna
jump
jump-
off the boat.
I don't. It's not as easy to jump off one of these boats as you're letting yourself believe.
it's so high, right?
Very high.
They don't make it easy to jump off.
And they
the
don't
boat.
go
Wasn't
into
there
the
like
middle
a
of-
toddler that recently like died?
Yeah, but that was like a freak
like-
accident. They also don't go into the middle of the ocean. They're like zigzagging throughout. They're like making circles in the middle of the water. You're
Right,
not in the middle
also,
of the
like,
ocean.
I can't swim.
How are you from Puerto Rico and you can't swim?
There's an ice skating.
I was
rink.
born here.
There's an ice skating rink?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's an ice skating rink inside on like the bottom floor. There's an amphitheater. A lot of restaurants. You want to see what restaurants they have?
There's probably a comedian on board.
You.
Always have a comic.
Yeah, right?
Probably do a guest spot.
Yeah.
I should, yeah. Instead of Florence, I'm doing a show on the fucking
Oh my
Freedom of the Seas.
All right, I'm gonna pull up all the ship's amenities for Delilah to see. You guys can't see it.
Fine. She's pumped.
She's rubbing her hands in excitement.
Are you really happy about it?
I want to go so bad.
All right, we'll go.
They
Are
also
you?
put
You're gonna
out,
have to go.
Itinerary too, like every day. Like they have a schedule of things for you to do with your kids. Like every
Yeah, this mom group chat said they've already signed up for like 1 million things.
Who's on the mom group chat?
I don't know.
Like our group?
Yeah.
Oh. Why didn't they include me? I don't want to go.
You just said a few seconds ago you didn't want any part of that group
Yeah.
chat.
Well, still, I like to be invited to things.
Cannot please.
I'm not going to invite you to my next birthday party.
What?
I throw your birthday parties.
Delilah had an awesome birthday party at a
She had
spa.
several
Yeah.
birthday parties.
What is it?
All right. 8 distinct neighborhoods on the boat.
Really?
25 dining options. 4 different pools, 10 different hot tubs. 1 flow ride or surf simulator, that's the surfing thing. 2 rock walls. A zip line.
Vito, whose side are you on?
I'm on Delilah's side now.
The
I know,
zip
she's
line is
very
kind of
excited.
sick.
I always wanted to go on a zip line.
I'll do it with
I
you.
actually have always wanted to do that too.
Jazz, full service vitality at Sea Spa and state of the art fitness center.
Basketball court. Do they have a sauna?
I'm guessing in the state of the art fitness center there's a sauna.
Come on, dude. This is gonna be great. And we're gonna stay at a Miami airport hotel.
Let's see the dining they have.
Do they have Italian?
Sorrento's.
They have a what?
Italian?
They have Sorrento's, authentic New York style pizzeria.
Bang!
Do they have any kid-themed ones?
The Boardwalk Doghouse. It's not dog, it's hot. You don't like hot dogs?
Yeah, it's a doghouse.
You don't like glizzies?
I
Glizzy.
learned that hot dog.
It's a glizzy.
Sausage.
They call them hot. That's what they call hot dogs.
Oh, where?
Sausage
New York.
is made from pig intestines.
Since when?
They are.
Do you like?
I learned that on TV because I watch Netflix every day. So.
But also learning stuff. You're also watching learning.
Yes, when I was watching Bread Barbershop, Wilk had all those things at the end that he would say facts about food.
So you learned about hot dogs, or what else? Another fun fact you learned.
About desserts.
What'd you learn about?
It's called Wilk's Dessert Stories, but I don't know why he included hot dogs in there.
Do you know that avocado
Because
was a
they're
dessert?
sausage. They're a dog.
What?
Sausage. They're a dog.
Oh, yeah.
That's why.
Oh, that was on the sausage episode.
Right.
What? What did you say about avocados?
Do you know that avocados were a dessert to like people 500 years ago, kings and queens?
Every other country, they're a dessert.
Still to this day, avocados just a dessert.
This is the only country that like, other than like, like guacamole, but in Asian countries, like avocado is a dessert because of the texture.
So in other words, they would never eat it with eggs. It'd be like eating eggs and ice cream type thing.
No.
That's what they're saying.
I don't think that's what they're saying.
It's a
Okay.
dessert. It's a dessert in other countries.
Really?
Yeah.
What do they put, like chocolate on it or something?
Like just a little like salt garnish.
So you can make a thing called nice cream with avocado too,
Mm-hmm.
where you just like whip it up with like.
I've been telling you about that.
What?
The ice cream. You can make ice cream with avocado.
How do you do it?
We'll look it up.
Let's do it. Can you make us that for lunch right now? Nice cream?
What do you want me to do? You want me to sit here or you want me to go make lunch?
I want you to make us an ice cream and serve it in your hat.
How do you feel about the boat?
I'm so excited, but if Mom doesn't want to go, I'm going to drag her outside by her ear.
Yes.
Do you want to see the commercial for the boat?
Yes. That's my favorite slide. I went on the side once. It's my favorite one.
One of the the toilet bowl slides.
Does it
Even
go
if
on the
some-
side of the boat, off the side of the boat too?
The back has one of those slides that goes from the top deck to the bottom.
Sick.
You're sick in your mind.
I am. That's why it's called the Chrissy Chaos Podcast. All right.
Oh, Mommy, are we going?
Yes, we're going.
All right. So Mom's back. See? All you have to do is convince Mom. Don't you wish that we could go back in time and go to Game 7 of the Knicks versus the Pacers on your
No.
birthday?
How little interest did you have in going to Game 7 for your birthday?
0% interest.
You're such a jerk.
But you said
You were
Saturday.
like, oh, tomorrow I have tickets, and Delilah's really excited. She really wants to go. I'm like, really? She never watches basketball. Why would she be so excited?
I said I want to go, but then I said like a few minutes later, maybe I want to go.
But I had already sent it. As soon as she said she wanted to go, I immediately sent the text.
Yeah, now it turned into she's so excited, has never been more happy or excited for anything in the world.
And on my birthday, Dad's friend found a duck in his pool, and I asked for it, but they had to take it to Wild Services.
Tommy No Socks.
Otherwise, he would have given it to me.
Yes. Tommy No Socks came
It was
home
a
to his
baby
house in
duck.
Staten Island and he had a baby duck in his pool. Like just a baby duck swimming around in his chlorine-filled Staten Island pool.
I think you said it was saltwater.
Oh, yeah, saltwater. The duck is alive.
I mean,
But
let
it's in wild.
Daddy do his things. He likes to, make things up. It's fine.
No, what?
That's all you do is make things
What
up.
did I make up now? I should do a segment called the makeup tutorial, where I do something. You have to see if it's if I'm telling the truth or making it up.
Let's do it right now.
I always know when you're lying.
How do you know when I'm lying? What gives it away?
I'm not telling you. Why would I tell you that?
Because what?
We know your life. We know everything you do because you tell us and we do it with you. Or we know where you are.
Do you like being a part of this family?
Sometimes.
You have to think about that?
Damn. What?
Sometimes when mommy gets mad at me, I wish I could run away.
Damn.
That's normal.
I feel like that's every kid, though. Delilah,
every
oh my
kid.
God, I'm feeling like a horrible mom
No,
right now.
do it. Zoom in. No, I'm kidding. Mom, she's a great mommy. You have a great mommy and a great daddy and a great brother and a great sister and a great podcast producer.
He's not part of the family.
Wow,
Damn.
you're out.
God, that hurt my
That's
feelings.
2. That's 2 already.
She said that my mom wasn't her immediate family. My mom wanted to come to her.
When I say immediate family, I mean people who live in the house with me.
I mean, she's right. Immediate family is you two and brothers and sisters.
But wouldn't our moms and
Her
dads
mom,
count as
your
immediate?
mom is not her immediate family.
Interesting.
It's immediate, bro.
But I thought
Chris,
it extended
but
to
you just don't
grandparents.
get the relationships. Like you also were scared that you weren't wearing the right thing when we were going to a party that your mom was going to be at.
What are you talking about?
You're 40 years old.
I'm 39.
You wear whatever you
You're
want.
40.
Thanks.
But,
You can wear whatever you want.
and then I was the only one in there in jeans.
But you were comfortable, right? Wait,
You're,
what?
you're older than Chris?
By a few months.
I would have never guessed that.
Thank you.
Somebody actually came up to me yesterday, a 70-year-old woman, and told me that I was very handsome, and
You always get the old ladies.
she guessed I was 26 years old.
He does really. A lot of the compliments are from old women.
I know.
This is like
What
when
is
you
that?
said like last year you were like floating on high because an old woman.
An old woman came up to me and was just like, couldn't stop telling me how handsome I was.
That makes me feel bad a little bit.
Why?
Do I not compliment you enough?
No, you do. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
It's like you're getting all excited of these like old women like complimenting you.
Well, nobody really compliments guys. It's like women get hit on every day. Guys, it's like very rare that like a woman would say. It's like takes a lot of.
We compliment you all the time.
I appreciate that. I
Well-
get complimented the most by other men, just like I work out for other men, because women don't really care. You don't really care.
No, I actually like when you're like chubby.
So do you like me now, or you don't like me now?
Oh God, here we go.
Would you say he's
You
chubby
look
right
great. You look great.
now? Are you saying he's chubby right
what do
now?
you say?
I'm saying that he looks great.
Tell the story.
No, he's
Happened on my birthday when you grabbed me home, and Elena's sister was there. When you brought Tristan too.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's. I'll tell that on the Patreon.
Aww.
I mean, it was silly.
Please, it's funny.
So basically, just a family member who doesn't even really know. No, right? Yeah, whatever. Well, I don't know.
Just tell it.
I love you at every stage. I think you look great at every
do?
stage. Yes. Yeah.
I
I prefer when you're a little chubbier.
When was there a point where you were like, he's got to really rein it in? Was there ever a point where you were like, damn?
When you were like fat? No.
Yeah.
I never thought that. I remember when I thought you were too skinny when you came out of the bathroom in my pajamas.
How funny fun was I used to put on her clothes. That was like last summer.
Used to?
I used to put on your pajamas. She was like, ooh, he looks so, she was like, oh, wow, he looks great. And then like she came up to me and gave me a kiss. She was like, you look great. I was like, I'm wearing your pajama pants.
You were too skinny.
What are you going to do when I come out of the house in that? With what you're wearing?
I'm not going to be surprised.
So now I'm not
When
too
you
skinny,
take
so
too
did I
long in
gain
the
weight?
closet, I think like you're trying on my stuff.
It's tough being in the closet.
I'm gonna put a camera in there.
What?
I'm gonna put a camera in there. See
But
what you
yeah,
do.
John and Vito will leave their cameras here.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that you let John and Vito come into this house and set up when there are boxes all over the floor.
I told you to get rid of that box.
She told me to clean the house, the entire house, before you guys came. And then I hadn't even taken a shower when you guys pulled up.
He told us he didn't tell you that we were doing this.
No, he told me, but I was just like, I'm not cleaning today, so you got to come home and clean.
Right.
You did know we were coming?
He told me like this morning
Yeah.
after he dropped the kids off.
I
about this weeks ago.
I know.
Thanks. Thank you. Chris,
Jazz,
you're
stop.
buying me a new chair.
Yes.
There's a hole in
What?
it.
Does anybody fart more than me, Delilah?
So gross.
All right.
So disgusting.
I know. All right. I got to eat.
All right.
And I got to do Patreon. This wasn't the Patreon?
I was gonna say, if you want, we went for like almost 2 hours. So
Did we?
It's 1 hour and 48 right
Yeah, but how much of it was good?
I'm gonna have to. There's gonna
All great. So, but
There's
we're
gonna
gonna
be
do,
some
if you want, we can just split it when you come back, and that's the Patreon.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, is that whack?
No, I think
Is
we
that
should-
wag?
I think we should do a 20-minute Patreon.
Okay.
Because, like, she was only on for like a minute before,
yes.
and
Okay.
that's gonna.
Can we also get you saying to the camera, subscribe to ChristyComedy.com
Yeah.
Patreon or whatever?
Go say subscribe to ChristyComedy.com. Say all show dates at ChristyComedy.com and subscribe to Patreon.com/ChristyComedy.
There's no way I remember any of that.
Just
I'll
do it.
remember subscribe
Do the
to,
best you can.
I can't remember any of that.
Just
though.
do the best you can. This is all the promo.
All right. So make sure you subscribe to ChristyComedy.com, and all show dates are what? Can you tell me again?
All show dates are on ChristyComedy.com. They need to subscribe to
And that.
Patreon.com/ChristyComedy.
Oh, Patreon. Okay, why are you telling me like I know these things?
Patreon.com/ChristyComedy.
I'm not subscribed to any of it.
If you want a new hat, you'll subscribe to Patreon.com/ChristyComedy.
Don't give me your flipper like that.
That's it, baby. ChristyComedy.com, Patreon.com/ChristyComedy.
You look at that one.
Oh,
Oh,
we did it.
ChristyComedy.com.
Yes.
Right? I got it. I did it.
Feels like to be Tom Segura.